Well, hello everybody. Welcome to my channel. Victoria here at Radiant Moon Tarot. This is your weekly reading for May 29th through to June 4th of 2023. If you're new to my channel, hello and welcome to you. If you're returning, welcome back. I'm always grateful for every single one of you. So before we get too far into your reading, I have had a couple of comments on my last set of readings that I put out, and it was that some people aren't getting notifications anymore, although they're still subscribed to my channel. This is happening all across YouTube, not just on my channel. It started a couple of months ago and it's very annoying. So if you are previously subscribed, just go into the channel, unsubscribe, and then hit that subscribe button with the notification bell again, and you should have everything restored. They went in and did some big bot sweep or something like that, and it unfortunately unsubscribed and unnotified a lot of people. So even if you find that those buttons are pressed, unpress them and then press them again, and that should in theory fix the problem. You can also go to your homepage and type in the channel name, so type in Radiant Moon Tarot, and then you'll get it back in your feed again. So it's just one of those things that unfortunately does happen from time to time. It's happened to me as well. So if you find you're not getting those notifications, that could be why. So this week we do have some wonderful things. We do, most notably on June 3rd, we've got a full moon in Sagittarius, and this can bring about some fun and adventure. Sag likes to be free, likes lively things, right? Likes to go out and have some fun and have that little bit of adventure, follow some passions and goals. So this full moon, you could be clearing the path, clearing the way, getting rid of some things in your life to free up some more time to get out and have some fun. And wouldn't that be nice? Full moons are always about completion. They are quite often very creative or emotional in their energy as well, and also your intuition will probably be very heightened also at that time. So just keep that in mind. That's all the way over on the 3rd, but you're going to start to feel the energy about the week before. Usually the energy of the full moons lasts about 2 weeks. So that can be really quite fun and really quite interesting for you. Another notable day we do have on June 4th. You might be feeling really inspired on that day, okay, and it's right at the very tail end of your week, so it might be a really kind of action-packed, fun-filled weekend for you guys. But on June 4th, we've got Mercury in Taurus, and it's conjunct Uranus in Taurus. So this can be where you're shaking things up and you're trying new things. This can be a day where you're feeling a little bit inspired and creative. So it can be a really exciting kind of weekend coming up for you guys. Just be with a little bit of word of caution. Just make sure that you're not overindulging or overspending too much. We don't want to be filled with regret for the adventures that we've had. So some interesting and some very beneficial energy for you guys. So let's get right into your readings. Okay, we're gonna have all of your timestamps in the description box down below for you, so you can easily find the readings that you're looking for. Watch your sun, moon, and rising signs for sure. Watch Venus if you want to maybe see what's going on with some love in your life there as well. And let's get right into it. We're going to start with Aries. Again, all the timestamps are down below in the description box and the comments section. Make sure that you do check out your money and career readings, and also your singles readings if you're looking for some new love, and your love readings as well, which at the day I post this video won't be up quite yet, but they are coming out for you, just to give you a heads up. So let's get into it. We'll start with Aries. Hello, Aries. Let's get right into it and see what we've got coming out for you guys this weekend. Message for Aries, please, for the week ahead. Message for Aries, please. Thank you very much. Meditation for peace and serenity. Oh, it's time to take a little step back here, Aries. Your intuition is heightened. Your spiritual senses are awakened. So this could be a week for you where maybe you haven't had a lot of alone time. You've had a lot of busy things going on around you, and you are being called to really connect with your higher self, to find a quiet space where you can meditate or contemplate, or just allow the energy to flow. All right, a little bit of peace and serenity is coming to you. So we like peace and serenity sometimes. I mean, as much as we like to get caught up in the hustle and bustle, and we like to have fun and get things done, or, get things started and all that kind of stuff, we do need to remember to replenish our energy every once in a while and take that step back. So let's see what else we've got here for you. Also very important energy for connecting with the planetary energies that are around us, right? So this can be where you're setting intentions. This can be where maybe you're just trying to find some inner peace. Whatever it is, it's good for your soul. We have the Chariot, King of Wands, and we've got the Five of Cups. So you're probably going to be fairly drained by the end of the week, okay? But it's not because of anything that you've done wrong or anything like that. I think it's just a busy week for you. And when we have the Chariot card, I mean, man, oh man, you got some things that you want to get done, okay? Some of you might actually be planning an adventure. You might be making those plans, or you might actually be traveling. The Chariot card can be one of travel, of movement. It can also represent vehicles. So maybe you're going on a road trip, or you're just very busy, just going all the way around, right? So, but the Chariot card does bring about confidence to get things done. You've got a plan in place. You know what you need to do, and off to the races you go. You just need to make a decision about where to start. All right. But the Chariot is a card of destiny. This is where things are coming into alignment for you, and you are headed in the right direction. Wherever you put your energy this week, you will succeed in doing whatever it is that you set out to do. That Chariot card does drive you forward to victory and success, but it's also a card of balance here as well. And so this is reminding you that if you feel like you're stuck, or if you feel as though you're running around in circles, it's time to step back, to center, to ground, center your energy, and to get things in alignment, right? The Chariot gets moving forward when the yin and the yang are matching, right? The masculine and the feminine are in alignment. The masculine energy is really all about you, right? Your drive, your passion, your determination. But the feminine energy is very connected with this meditative energy, being open, receptive, allowing the energy to flow. When those two intersect and align, this is where the magic really does happen. So embrace your inner magic to get things done. But remember, if you're feeling like you're running around in circles, you're feeling you're not getting things done, bring yourself back to center. This is also where spirit meets physical, right? So it's your opportunity here to bring everything into alignment and get things done. Now we do have the King of Wands, so this can certainly be your energy. Okay, what is it that you want this week, right? Some of you are looking for some change. Some of you are looking for some improvements in your life. You're looking to level up, right? But the King of Wands can be your energy, and you are filled with passion and charisma, and you are feeling inspired. You're getting things done. You're creating things. You're conquering the world this week with this energy, right? The kings are always in charge. They always take the lead, and they are always successful. Not always the first time out of the gate, but even if something stands in their way, they figure out how to get things done. So it may be a very busy week for you with this energy. Now, the King of Wands can also represent a very important person in your life here as well. This person may be a decision maker for you, someone who is somehow in control of your destiny a little bit, right? Or they are on your destined path. So it could be a new person. This can be someone who is in a position of authority. This can be someone you partner up with, right? They're in the upright, so they are a positive influence for you in some way. But they can also be a force to be reckoned with, so they can sometimes be a little bit draining on your energy as well, right? It's like they've just got energy that doesn't stop. Okay. So, so this person can be a helpful force for you. They could be a driving force for you, or someone that you're just dealing with through the week. And again, they're kind of exciting to be around. Okay. So if this is your energy, that's great. But if it's someone else, that's also great. But we need to have a look at the weekend, and we've got the Five of Cups coming in here for you. All right. And the Five of Cups is, it can be a challenging energy, right? Where we've got something that we need to clean up. We've got a problem. We've got a mess. We've got some disruption in our emotions here. Sometimes we have things that didn't go our way, or, we just kind of start to feel low in our energy in this particular one, right? So with the Five of Cups, it is important to process our emotions, right? To look at the possibilities. We have the ability here to let things go, to turn things around. And considering we've got the full moon on the weekend, it may just be, it may strike you, strike an emotional chord in you in some way. Or maybe you're just feeling like you've lost a connection there, okay? And you're feeling like the moon is just disrupting your emotions, right? And remember, with the 5 of Cups, we always still have 2 cups still standing, right? We're crying over something here, okay? But on the table, we've got all of this wonderful, bountiful feast, and we've got 2 cups still standing, filled with happiness and joy and all of the wonderful good things in our life. So since full moons are about clearing out energy, this can be what you're doing, right? You're clearing out some emotions, you're processing some things, right? And even if you have success through the week, and even if you're feeling very productive and you've gotten things done, we do still sometimes make a conscious effort to release, to cleanse, to clear, to let things go. All right. But then we need to remember to focus and turn around and see the positives in things, right? So it might just be a little bit of an emotional weekend for you. You might have a couple of ups and downs, some things that may go your way, some things that don't go your way, right? But you can also be feeling just disconnected in your energy here. So again, meditation will be the key. We've got the Knight of Wands coming in here as advice from Spirit. There's something that you want and Spirit's really encouraging you to go for it, right? You've already got that energy helping you and carrying you through. So the Knight of Wands is this, the King of Wands is the more mature version of the Knight of Wands, okay? It's where we've achieved and accomplished something, right? Or where we're taking a more mature approach, okay? We're wrapping things up sometimes, right? So with the Knight of Wands here, Spirit says to you, it's important to get started, right? Figure out what it is you want, figure out what direction you want to head in and go for it. Okay. So it's, follow your passion, your goals, your dreams, have fun, go live your best life, have an adventure, whatever it means. And remember here that you are very much at the top of your game with all of this. Okay. But be aware for important people in your week here as well. The Knight of Wands can be an important person. Maybe this is somebody you partner up with. Maybe this is, representing an opportunity or an idea that you can run with, right? So whatever it happens to be, it's Spirit going, don't give up. Don't let, any obstacles derail you, and just keep on going, right? Put one foot in front of the other and you'll get to wherever it is that you want to get to. If there's any opportunities opening up, if you're looking for some change in any way of your life, maybe you're looking for a better job. Maybe you're, trying to get a relationship back on track, whatever it is that you want. Spirit says the doors are opening for you here now. So you just got to be aware of the potential, aware of the possibilities, the energy, lovely. The energy that is benefiting you the most through the week is the 9 of Pentacles. This is success. This can be good fortune. This can be you feeling like you're at the very much at the top of your game. You have conquered your fears, you've conquered your obstacles, you've gotten things done. And when we get the 9 of Pentacles, this is about treating yourself well. This is about rewarding yourself, right? And you see she's sitting here and she's sitting on a deck chair. She's reading a book. She's, taking care of her own energy. She's got all this wonderful abundance around her. She's feeling good. She's got a glass of wine. She's got some cheese, right? She's like, yep, I'm living in the lap of luxury and I'm taking care of me. So again, that energy here of taking the space, taking the time for yourself and doing something nice for yourself on whatever level will really pay off for you, right? It will make you feel good. And again, you may have something going on where your energy feels a little bit drained, right? You're busy this week, okay, but you're getting things done. So reward yourself well and you will feel really, really good. All right, so I'm going to leave that there for you guys, but in keeping of the spirit of the full moon this week, I'm going to grab you just a little quick moon card just to round out your reading. Thank you. And there is your moon card. And it says, Every day I bring radical self-love to my mind, body, and spirit. Well, hello. Okay, so pay attention to that repeating message that comes in there for you guys, okay? So I hope that was good for you. I hope there was something there that resonated for you. I hope you guys have a fantastic week. We are moving on to Taurus. Hello there, Taurus. Let's have a look and see what we've got for you guys in your week ahead. Message for Taurus, please. Thank you. And we have, ooh, very nice, prayers and wishes. The energy you put out reflects and bounces back to you multiplied, right? So keep your vision, hold your vision, keep that dream alive, all right? This is a great week for you to manifest something in, or for some previous manifestations to come to fruition for you, especially since we're in full moon energy. So it's all about your prayers and your wishes. Set some intentions, set some goals, and allow the magic to happen. The sun is shining, you know, this is a time of pleasure and joy and happiness for you guys. So it's wonderful. But here's the thing, the key, okay, to manifesting your goals and dreams is number one, be clear on what you want. Okay, make that wish, right? Dropping a coin down the wishing well. Make that wish and then walk away. Walk away, have some fun. Don't worry about it and allow the magic to happen. Okay, go back to when you were a kid, right? You throw a penny in a wishing well, right? Or in a fountain, right? You lit candles on a birthday cake and you blew them out, right? You didn't question whether your wish, no matter how practical or no matter how weird, you didn't worry about if it was going to come true. It was just a little bit of magic in the air, and sometimes those things did come true. So, but what you did is you made the wish and you walked away. So that's what you're being encouraged to do. Be open, be receptive, and be ready to take action. But we're not obsessing over anything. We're just believing. We're believing in that magic. So some of you may have some very good news coming in here this week. This can really be something that can change your world, okay? Something that you really want. For others of you, this is really speaking to the power of your intentions, right? Set those intentions, be clear, be open. Don't be pigeonholing yourself to one particular way of doing things, because there might be an alternate approach or an alternate opportunity that opens up, but it's still in alignment with things that you want. So beautiful energy. We've got the Empress. Would you look at that? Wow, very nice. The Eight of Pentacles. And we have the Tower coming in there for you guys as well. So the Tower does, I'll start with that one because that is a very quick energy. And the Tower is quite often a shakeup, right? This is where something unexpected happens. Now, it could be a revelation. It could be an epiphany moment that you have. And the key to that is it brings clarity. It brings purpose, and it brings the opportunity to let things go. And the Tower can happen anytime. It is a quick, snappy, dappy energy. It can be unexpected, okay, but it is landing at the end of your week. And at the end of the week, we've got the full moon. What does the full moon help you do? Release and let go, so that you can make space, make room for something new, new ideas, new opportunities, new manifestations, new people, whatever it happens to be, a new way of being, a new way of living. So with the Tower energy here, you could have something very wonderfully unexpected happen this week, but this can also be a week where, you know, you're just kind of making that conscious effort to let something go. We can be the mastermind of our own Tower moment. So you may be, you may stumble across an opportunity. You may have a wish that gets fulfilled. Okay. Or you are very much in, embracing your power to change. All right. But there may be something a little bit sudden that does happen. Okay. And a lot of times when we do get the Tower, it does come in the form of a revelation. We stumble across a key piece of information, right? We just have a big aha moment, but it's something that gets your blood pumping, something that gets your adrenaline flowing. So, but it ultimately is a release of the old and a welcome in of the new. It's something here that gets you out of your comfort zone. And for some of you here, this could have to do with the relationships. This could have to do with your career path. all right? Because we do have the Eight of Pentacles, which is a card of mastery. It's a good card, right? It's one of, you know, all of the hard work, effort, dedication that you've put into something is paying off for you. You may get some rewards, okay? Or it's opening windows of opportunity for you. With the Empress card coming in here, this is a time of growth and abundance. Some of you are reaping the rewards this week, and some of you are just really embracing the abundance that's all around you, and you're ready to make something happen. Okay, you might discover an opportunity. Something may just catch you off guard, and maybe you get some money, or, you know, someone, you know, has something for you that you didn't quite expect, even though you've put in all of the commitment, you know, and you deserve it, right? So you could just be realizing that you deserve more than you have this week as well. So it can be a very powerful energy that's coming in here for you this week. So whenever we do get the Tower, expect the unexpected, but keep an open mind though, because I feel that even if something is leaving, whether it's fears and worries and doubts that you're leaving behind and you're just ready to move forward with something, or whether it is something in your physical world that is shifting and changing, and it might not be within your control, but it can actually propel you forward in a very interesting way, right? So this can open a door for a new job and things like that, right? Especially if there's maybe, you know, a restructure at your current job or something, right? Or maybe someone quits and you're like, oh man, I'm out of here, right? And it's just something that, you know, that really can benefit you this week, because the rest of the energy here is just so positive. It's overwhelmingly positive, right? So again, we do have the Empress card here. So you might have a new idea. You might be meeting new people. The Empress rules your sign, right? So when this brings in love and new beginnings, some of you are harvesting something that you've previously manifested into your world. And you have a new beginnings in love, in romance, in friendship, in money, right? All of these things. Embrace this energy because you have the power to create. You might even be, you know, really wanting to find a healthy balance between things like your work life and your home life, right? Because you're working hard, the Eight of Pentacles, and then it's like something's got to give with the Tower. Because when we get the Empress, we focus on the pleasures in life, the beautiful things in life, the things that bring us joy and happiness and make us feel like we're living the best abundant life. And in the Eight of Pentacles, even though it's not a negative card, but it is one of hard work and dedication and commitment, right? Of mastering your skills, of getting things done and seeing things through to the finish line. And it's a great card, but it can sometimes be a little bit tiring, right? So you might be looking at, how can I infuse more love and laughter into my life? How can I have more fun? How can I enjoy the fruits of my labor, right? Or is there something out there that can be a little bit more rewarding for me and that brings me fulfillment while also making money? So you might be discovering something this week, all right? But yes, the Eight of Pentacles, this can be where you're ready to level up, you're ready to take things to the next step, or you are very much just getting things done. It's a very productive week for you, okay? And then, you know, and this can, again, be really a really interesting week with that Tower right at the end of that. It may be, you know, I hate to say it because the Tower can be letting something go, right? But it can be something, a catalyst moment for you in some way. If you're in, say, you know, a workplace or a relationship, right? And you're dedicated, you're a hard worker, you're committed, you always have the best interests of, you know, your situation at hand, right? You make things look easy. And that can sometimes be a blessing or it can be a curse. You might come to the realization that maybe somewhere in your world, you're not being recognized for what you really do contribute and what you bring to the table. And this can actually be that catalyst moment where you're like, okay, we got to change something. Something's got to change now, and carrying you forward into next week, right? So you might be making a decision that I might be done with a situation here. There's something better out there for me. And again, You might be the backbone of some sort of operation, whether it's in your workplace or your personal life. And, you know, you're like, you know what? I have a lot of skills. I've got a lot of things to offer. And if I'm not being recognized for that, or if people are taking advantage of me, either something changes or I'm out the door. So you could have quite the little shake up there this week. We've got the Seven of Swords as your advice from Spirit. Be very clear. Okay, you might have a situation where you do need to get clarity, or maybe you are having conversations with people around you, right? And when we have the Seven of Swords, this can be a sense of betrayal, a sense of mistrust, right? A sense of, man, I am not liking this, right? It can be an energy of being sneaky, being stealthy. Okay, so be aware of you know, be aware of something a little bit underhanded that might be going on around you. This can very simply be, you might unearth a problem. You might unearth some sort of cover up or something like that, right? And especially if you're working on a project or something in your workplace, you might discover, especially something in regards to money. Maybe you find money, or maybe you find that someone's been doing some reports wrong or something like that. It might be intentional, it might not be, right? So just be a little bit aware that there might be something around you this week that you can't wholly and fully trust. It requires further investigation, and it may even require a conversation. But with the Seven of Swords, you might also have something that comes to light, maybe something that's previously been kept hidden from you. You might also be keeping something hidden from people in your world as well, because it can be a little bit of a stealthy energy with the Seven of Swords. And I think here, if you're looking to make some changes in your life, right, I think here that, especially in regards to your career path, I think that if you're looking to make changes, you're trying to figure out what it is you want, you're not going to be telling people around that, right? And it's best not to. Okay, you would be wise to keep your plans under wraps with that energy. Okay, just because, you know, even though we have people around us that maybe you feel a sense of camaraderie and things like that, sometimes people will do things a little bit deviously in order to give themselves a little bit of a leg up. And in the meantime, it could be detrimental to you. So just a little heads up for you there. But the Seven of Swords is also about getting clarity and trying to stay focused on your task at hand and make positive movements forward. Sometimes you doubt yourself, okay, but don't doubt yourself, all right? Whatever you've got going on, you've got a lot of wisdom and you've got a lot of skill, okay? And you can resolve pretty much anything, or you can make the changes that you want to make. Queen of Swords is coming in here as the blessings headed your way this week. Queen of Swords can certainly be your energy, right? You're getting clarity, you're making decisions, okay? You're using logic, intellect, and reason. You may even be having a very important conversation that pays off for you in some way, okay? But you can be having that epiphany moment, right? But the Queen of Swords can also be where you set some very healthy boundaries. And we already said that if you're working really hard to the point of where you're really tired, right, then you might need to, you know, really find a way to set some of those boundaries, right? Make sure you know, quit work on time, right? Make sure you don't work through the weekends all the time. Sometimes we have to out of necessity, right? We do what we've got to do to survive. Okay, Seven of Swords, right? We sometimes just do what we got to do, and it pays off in the end. But sometimes we do have to remember to find a little bit of time to have that balance in our lives, or at least a little bit, right? So, but the Queen of Swords is there for you, can be a very important person that you're dealing with this week. And in the upright, this can be someone who might shine a light on something for you. This can be that epiphany moment for you, right? Because the Queen of Swords can be somebody that maybe you go to for some advice, or you're talking to, and you know, just be a little bit aware when you ask for the Queen of Swords for some help or guidance or advice of any kind. You're going to get the plain old hard truth, okay? The Queen of Swords is going to tell you what you need to hear and ain't going to sugarcoat anything for you, all right? So just be a little bit aware of that, right? It's not out of malice or anything like that. It's beneficial to you. This is a blessing for you, okay? But it's not like, you know, it's not meant to be hurtful or anything, but sometimes the truth hurts. right? Sometimes when you ask someone for their opinion, they're going to give it to you. Or if you ask them for their advice, they're just going to tell it to you like it is. And you know what? That's a true blue friend. I would love to have that. I want that kind of friend, right? I have that kind of friend. But, you know, but that's the kind of friend that I want, right? Is someone who's not going to sugarcoat anything. I always know what they mean. Right. And, you know, it's just sometimes you have to brace yourself, right? Because sometimes that can be can come out in a little bit of a challenging way, right? And so just so you're aware, but again, it is a blessing though, right? So whether it's a person or whether that's you, you're getting the clarity that you need. There is your final message. We've got a nice little moon card there for you. I accept that here now is exactly where I am, and that it is a place of profound learning. The Eight of Pentacles, by the way, can be an energy of learning, right? Apprenticeship, practicing your skill. So you might be learning something new this week. And this can be in your little bucket of wisdom is where you put that. So I'm going to leave all that there for you guys. I hope there was something here for you. If so, please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment in the box down below. I hope you have a fantastic week. And we're going to move on now to Gemini. Hello there, Gemini. Let's have a look and see what we've got coming up for you guys in your week ahead. Thank you very much. All right, let's see where we starting for you guys. We have transformation and change. Okay, so when we get this particular card, some of your plans may change this week. You might start out your week with some things that you want to get done, or maybe you've got some plans for something. And with this energy, something may change. You might have a cancellation. You might get other things that are thrown at you this week, so it throws your original plan off track. Okay, and it can be for the better, right? Transformation and change, especially in the upright, is always for the better. So it could be a little bit of a lucky break. Let's say you have dinner plans or something like that, or you're going to go out on a Friday night or something. And by the time Friday comes along, you're like, oh, I just don't want to go. Then all of a sudden you get a phone call. Yeah, hey, buddy, I got to cancel. And you're like, that's awesome, right? Because it could just be that lucky break, right? Have you ever been in that situation? Okay, so it may be something like that. It could be just that, you know, not everything goes off as planned this week. All right, but you have the ability to transform something for the better, to make the positive changes in your life this week, right? And don't forget, we've got a full moon at the end of the week. So this can be spiritual growth and transformation. This can be something shifting and changing in a relationship, in your workplace. Okay, this can be that you're embracing your power to change, right? To fix something, to, you know, to improve something. Maybe even to let something go, right? Whatever it is, okay, you maybe expect the unexpected this week a little bit, all right? But I feel like you are embracing your power to make very positive change in your life. But there's growth, there's expansion here in some way, all right? And it can be very, very beneficial for you. So embrace your inner magic. Let's see what else we've got for you guys. We have the Ace of Wands. Well, hello. Something new? Something new for you? We've got the Ten of Wands. Well, thank goodness, because see, there's change right there, right? We've got a new way of tackling an old problem. All right, and we've got the Five of Swords out there for you as well. So there's a couple of people, you're only the third reading, and I think two of them by the time the weekend comes along, you may be feeling the moon energy, okay? I think it's probably kind of a very strong energy coming in, not as strong as the eclipses, right? But it's still, the full moons can cause all sorts of interesting things to happen. So just be aware of that energy. But we do have the Ace of Wands and the Ten of Wands. All right. So, you know, you might have some stress or be feeling some pressure this week. All right. But you might also be recognizing where you have been taking on too much responsibility. And the Ace of Wands, you are finding a new way to deal with issues, right? You yourself are in charge of change. The Ace of Wands, you can have new ideas, new sources of inspiration. You're feeling creative, right? You're feeling passionate about things, but it's a fresh energy. So a fresh approach at something there. When we have the Ten of Wands, I mean, you could simply be starting something new, something that's fun, something that's exciting, something that's interesting. And by the Ten of Wands, man, oh man, you're seeing something through to completion. But whew, man, is it ever a battle, right? This is where we carry a big heavy load, right? We carry that monkey on our back, right? We've got that pressure, we've got that workload, we're feeling stressed out, okay? But the 10 is seeing something through to completion, so we're getting something done. Some of you may be having a little bit of a realization this week, right? Because when we get the 10 of Wands, this is usually an indicator that we've you know, number one, we are accomplishing things, right? We're getting things done, but at what cost? So there might be, especially the 5 of Swords, there might be a little bit of conflict that does come up, because there might be a very important conversation that you need to have, or you might be getting a big bright burst of insight with that Ace of Wands about where people have been taking advantage of you, right? And this gives you the power to change. People aren't going to like it. 5 of Swords probably be a very challenging conversation, because for you to get what you want, right, you probably need to cut someone off in some way, right? So putting up boundaries, giving someone back their responsibilities, letting someone else fail, right? And sometimes, you know, just because you're capable of doing everything doesn't mean you should, right? So if you're constantly picking up someone else's slack, this is the week where you might be done with that, okay? And you're putting up those boundaries, and don't expect people to be happy about it. 5 of Swords, all right? But remember, the only people that get pissed off when you put up your boundaries and when you say no are the people that are taking advantage of you anyway. So really, let them be annoyed, right? They're just mad that they can't pawn crap off on you anymore, right? And sometimes we do need to take that stand. But I do think that for some of you, there's something very exciting here that you have on the go this week, and you are creating something. You're getting things done, or you're finding a better way and a better path, right? So you got a window of opportunity that might be opening up for you here. That Ace of Wands, we love the Ace of Wands. It's something manifesting in your world, or you're recognizing the power within to manifest, to create the wonderful things in your life. But you're like, I need to examine what needs to go, right? What needs to go in your life so that you can move forward and have a sense of freedom. So the power to change, whatever it is within you. But we do have the 5 of Swords coming in here as well. So just remember, we do have full moon on the weekend by the end of your week. And the 5 of Swords can certainly represent some conflict, some communication that has the potential to go astray. All right, so be very clear in what it is that you want. Be very clear in what you're going to say, and resist the urge to fight back. Resist the urge to get the last word in, or the last laugh, okay? Remember your power to walk away, right? And not engage in any conflict. Quite often when we get the 5 of Swords, yes, there can be some challenging, challenging communication. Okay, people might be testy, people might be feeling a little spicy, they're probably a little bit emotional, right? Maybe someone wants to pick a fight with you somewhere along the way, or you're feeling that way, right? You're like, man, oh man, I really hope someone cancels my dinner plans because I'm just not feeling it, right? I don't want to talk to people, I just don't feel that, I just don't feel it. And then again, you might get that lucky break, right? But when we get the 5 of Swords, sometimes someone has to lose for us to win, right? Double-edged sword kind of thing. And if you're putting up boundaries, yeah, someone is losing, but you're winning. Okay. But this can also be just a little word of caution around all kinds of communication. Practice your speech if you need to talk to somebody. If you're setting intentions with the full moon, sometimes the energy can be a little bit chaotic with the full moon. And so you might be making a decision that it's better to set intentions at the next new moon. That might be better for you, unless, of course, you can get the energy kind of under control. But resist the urge to like get the last dig, the last word in, the parting shot, if you will, because words hurt, right? So recognize the power of your words, all right? But your advice from Spirit, the Queen of Cups, take the high road, find the pleasure in life, do something fun. And this is a great week for you to up your skills in your spiritual realm. So be open, be receptive, you know, really trust your inner magic, trust your intuition. Might be a great week for you, especially towards the weekend, to find a quiet space to meditate, to center and ground your energy and allow your energy to flow. The Queen of Cups says that you have the power to fix things. You have the power to heal things, right? Take the lead, take charge, right? And, you know, but if you do need to have any conversations, or if you do need to put up boundaries, remember to, really do so in a kind, calm, compassionate kind of way, okay? And that way people will be more receptive to what you have to say. But the Queen of Cups reminds you of your powers of creation, your powers to find some fun and excitement in your life, and also to heal situations there. So it's a beautiful energy reminding you of your personal power to make your wishes and your goals and your dreams come true. The energy benefiting you the most, blessings headed your way, is the Nine of Cups, which is a blessing in itself anyway, right? The Nine of Cups is always a great energy, your wishes and your goals, and a sense of accomplishment, a sense of I've gotten things done, I'm feeling good, I'm feeling happy, right? And look at this person there, just kind of all is right with the world. So again, there's things that go your way this week. There's things that, you know, you're embracing this week, you're starting this week, you're accomplishing this week, right? And this brings you a sense of fulfillment and satisfaction. The Nine of Cups as a blessing also shows, especially with that Ace of Wands, that yes, there might be something coming in that you have wanted, something that might be a life-changing event or a life-changing person, because there might be love in the air for you there, okay? But this can also be a reminder for you to focus, to be clear, to set some intentions for yourself. What do you want to create? What new do you want to come in? Where do you want to see improvements in your life? Where do you want things to change for yourself? And this is showing you that whatever you set your intentions for, you have the power to manifest them into reality. All right, so some interesting energy for you guys this week, not without its troubles, okay? But I think that you will persevere and you will get things done. So let's get your final message here. And we have a lovely moon card. I enjoy the serendipity of life. The unexpected can be wonderful. Blue moon energy, right? So you just never know. A little bit of magic may be in the air for you guys. I'm going to leave that there for you. I hope there was something here that resonated with you. If so, please like, share, subscribe. I hope you guys have a fantastic week, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. Hello, Cancer. Let's have a look and see what's coming up for you guys in the week ahead. Message for Cancer, please. Do you need Cancer to know? Thank you. Ooh, thank you very much. A little jumpy there. We have fire magic. All right. I love when we have fire. Fire brings creativity and inspiration, brings out your passions, brings out your energy to get things done. So when we have fire magic here, this shows that wherever you do put your efforts, you will be rewarded, right? This shows that whatever you can think about, you can create and you can get things done. You may be drawn, especially at the full moon, to work with flames, right? Always use caution. It goes without saying, right? But a little candle magic. We've got some candle magic down there. We've got a bonfire there. So not only does fire give you the energy, drive, determination, the ability to take action, right, and get things done, but it is also part of a lot of rituals that do revolve around not just the moon cycles, but around a whole bunch of other things, right? And fire can, you know, lighting a candle can show your connection with spirit. You can burn some intentions away, or depending on the rituals that you do, if you do any around the moon cycles, you could be writing down things and then putting them in like a bonfire, so to speak, right? And giving them up to the universe and walking away. So you may be drawn to engage in a little bit of fire magic at this full moon. And because full moons are usually more about releasing and letting go than they are about necessarily manifesting new, this can be where you're cleansing and purging things out of your life. So you can do some candle rituals and things like that around there. But depending on how you, because the full moon energy is really powerful and strong, it's a lot more powerful than the new moon energy, right? It's just intense, right? It's just that level of intensity. But depending on how you embrace the moon cycles and how you deal with the full moon, you can manifest at the full moon. Not everybody's able to. But if you're one of those people like I am, where, you know, the full moon comes out and you're just like, yes, I'm in my element, right? If you're kind of like that, embrace the extra intensity that the full moon brings with you, and you can use that to add extra power to your manifestations. So whether you're cleansing, purging, or attracting something new, whatever works for you, okay, you can break free out of rules and restrictions, right? The key with manifestation, with cleansing, purging, anything like that, is to do what works for you. Okay, so however you want to work with the moon, it may involve some fire. So we'll leave that one to the side. All right, we've got the sun. Okay, and talk about the fire, right? What does the sun bring? Fire and passion and your ability to create. We've got the Seven of Pentacles here for you. And we've got the Three of Pentacles coming out there as well. So that is some very interesting energy. So it feels like, you know, you may have some things that you need to get done this week, right? The Seven of Pentacles, maybe you're assessing situations, trying to figure something out, you're putting a plan together, you're working with other people. Very much a creative kind of energy this week for you. But the sun is really kicking off your week. So maybe you're feeling optimistic for the week ahead. The sun brings about a level of passion and fire, right? Brings about optimism. You're looking at the week ahead in a really positive light. Some of you, maybe you've got the week off, and with the sun card here, you're going to revel in the glory of the summer that is almost upon us. So maybe you're going to go outside, connect with children or your family, or just go out and have a good time. The sun brings fun, right, to our energy. It brings so much wonderful positive vibes, most positive card in the entire deck, of course, but it also brings the energy of creation and success. It's abundance flowing into your life here as well. Okay, so all of this wonderful energy. Without the sun, nothing can grow. Right? So you are very productive this week. You're feeling pretty good this week, right? Maybe you do have some fun plans and things like that going on. And I feel like even whatever is going on in your world, even if there's challenges, when we have the energy of the sun backing us, this is highlighting, bringing clarity to solutions, to figuring out our next steps, our way forward. And just like that fiery energy, we have the energy to get things done this week. So we do have the Seven of Pentacles here as well. Now this can be a time of harvest for you. The Seven of Pentacles is where we do have a look at our situation, whatever that happens to be, and we're assessing our situation. Is my strategy working? You know, do I need to do something different? Am I on the right track? Right? Or, you know, for some of you with the Seven of Pentacles, especially with the Sun card right beside it, for some of you here, something is blossoming in your world this week in the most wonderful, positive way. And this may be just that you're feeling very productive and you're getting things done. Maybe you even finish things early, because sometimes the Seven of Pentacles can be things blossoming in your world world sooner than expected, right? So some of you might get some good news, you might get some invitations, right? Or you're just really knuckling down and you're putting in some efforts to things and freeing up some time because woohoo, we got things done and now we've got a little bit of extra time to play around with. So, but I do feel like you are very much in your element this week. You're creating things, you're connecting with the earth, right? Very earthy energy for you this week. So maybe you're planting a garden. You know, maybe you're planting, if you are connecting with the earth, with the Seven of Pentacles, I feel like here, Seven of Pentacles with the sun, I feel like if you were to plant something in your garden, it would be something that would give you nourishment, right? So instead of just planting flowers, unless you're going to plant like some wildflowers for the bees and help the bee population, which is having a rough time, you know, maybe you're going to plant some vegetables, right? So, or some fruit or some herbs would be really good as well, right? So something where you're planting it to the earth, you're helping the environment, you're, you know, helping clean the air, but you also get something back from it. So you may be really trying to get something that is like circular in its energy and that. So I just feel like there's some people that you're going to plant some gardens this week. Okay. But whatever it is you got going for you, your plans are paying off, your strategy is paying off, and also a little bit of flexibility will be the key here as well, because sometimes the Seven of Pentacles is where we look for a different approach. All right, but we do have the Three of Pentacles here as well, and this does speak to seeing the results of things that you are creating in your world. Okay, this also does show an element of teamwork and collaboration. So there might be other people involved in your success this week, or you are you are getting together with some family or some friends or some people around you, and you guys are doing something together, right? But something creative in its element, right? Working together as a team. So maybe, you know, everyone bands together to help someone do their garden. Maybe people just get together, maybe to even to learn a new skill, because the Three of Pentacles, there can be an energy of leadership there or an energy of learning that comes with that as well. So maybe if there's something that you want to do, Seven of Pentacles, you might take a class or you might look up some things online, right? Things where maybe you don't have all of the answers and all of the elements, but whatever you've got going on, right, you're seeing the results. Your advice from Spirit is the Eight of Pentacles, right? You're very productive this week. You're willing to learn things. And again, wherever you put your energy, it's paying off for you. The Eight of Pentacles is a card of mastery. It is a card of, you know, rolling up your sleeves and getting to work. But you show something for the efforts that you've put in. So you're either, you know, you're either using some knowledge and skill, or you're learning new skills, right? So it's a really great energy for all that. So really Spirit is saying to you here, wherever you put your energy or whatever you're willing to learn, it pays off, right? Very productive energy for you guys for the week ahead. The energy that, very nice, the energy that benefits you the most is a blessing for you this week. And we've got the Ace of Swords, clarity, focus, you know, being able to feeling inspired, having new ideas, turning new ideas into reality, right? All of this stuff. The Ace of Swords shows some positive communication, shows your ability to cut to the chase, right? To make a decision and stick with it. So it's a really wonderful energy. It's like your mind is clear. You're not confused. If you're confused about anything, you're going to be finding the answers. Your communication is on point this week, and your powers to even manifest are very much on point there as well. So you guys, wow, you guys have a fantastic energy coming in here all of your week, really with that fire energy and with the sun. The sun always casts a beautiful light on your entire reading. So be prepared to discover some answers, or be prepared to work hard, but this will be, you know, a good thing, right? Pay off for you in the end in some way. All right. So wonderful, wonderful energy. But the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Swords, the aces are always gifts, from the universe, right? So you could be having an epiphany, you could be having that big burst of clarity. You could be finding peace, resolving matters. But the aces can bring about a little bit of luck sometimes, but it also really does speak to the power of your words and the power you have to manifest things in your life, or to cut things out that aren't doing you any good. Old ways of thinking, old patterns, old behaviors, stubborn energy, right? We can cut that out as well, and we can be a little bit more open and flexible. So don't forget to do something with this moon energy, and with candles, it's probably really going to help you. So we've got your last message here. My words and actions are of beauty, compassion, and love. Well, that kind of sums up your whole reading, doesn't it? So very nice energy for you indeed. So I'm going to leave that there for you guys. I hope there was something here for you. If so, please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment back in the box below. I thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a fantastic week. We're going to move on now to Leo. Hello there, Leo. Let's have a look and see what we've got for you in your week ahead. Message for Leo, please, for the week ahead. Woo, thank you very much. Well, that was explosive. All right, we'll bring that back over. So we have water magic coming in here for you this week, and this is really actually quite interesting. So water brings cleansing and purifying energy to you, and especially coupled with the magic, we've got a full moon at the end of the week, right? So this can be something that you do with the moon cycles, right? We quite often make moon water, cleanse your crystals, things like that. Okay, that can really be beneficial in this full moon energy. And you might not have had a chance to do that for a while because we've had eclipses and things. We don't want to do that kind of stuff at eclipses. So with the water magic, this can be an energy where you do some sort of rituals, working with the moon cycles to cleanse your energy, to cleanse your divination tools, to make that magical moon water. Okay, you might even find that you want to connect with water in general this week in some way, right? So maybe you find if you're anywhere near the ocean, if you're fortunate enough to be in one of those locations, sitting by the ocean can be very cleansing and purifying, right? The ocean is powerful, it's mysterious. We can feel the sea air through, on our face, right? And it's just really, it can really help scrub away any negative energy. But you can connect with any other water as well. Rivers, lakes, ponds, streams, even puddles in the rain, right, can be really cleansing and purifying. Water also can sometimes help our connection with spirit, right? Very spiritual in its own energy. So maybe you do something with that to connect. But water does highlight our connection with the universe, our ability to to manifest things in. Some people can use water for things like that. There's all sorts of things going on. All right, but you can, even if you're not by any form of water, and if you want to do some water magic, you can even set an intention and have a spiritually cleansing shower or bath, right? All of that kind of stuff. Also, drink water. Simple piece of advice for your week, but we are made up of a lot of water, us humans, and we do tend to get dehydrated, especially your northern hemisphere. We're heading into the warmer months, and don't forget to drink your water. Water is hydrating, and water helps your energy flow, right? We don't want to get dehydrated in that. So connect with water however that works for you this week. We also have fire. Hey, would you look at that? And this is the one that exploded out of the deck. Cancer actually got the fire magic. So perhaps this week you're doing some candle work. Maybe you're doing some burning rituals this week. Always, of course, be very careful using fire somewhere. Make sure that you're not going to burn anything down that you don't want to. All right, but using fire can be really beneficial to you. So do some candles, write some intentions down, maybe you burn them away. So whatever rituals that you do, or whatever speaks to you, right? Don't get caught up too much in the hustle and bustle. You can't do this, you can't do this. You know what? Do what works for you. That's so important, to do what works for you. But with the water and the fire, what do we have? Steam. So there might be some steamy elements coming in for you this week, right? Maybe you are just full of energy, full of passion. You're feeling creative. You're feeling inspired this week, right? You want to get some things done, or maybe you want to clean house. Fire and water together represents an element of alchemy. So this can be a very magical week for you guys to attract things into your life that you want, to cleanse and purge the things you don't, and also to connect with your higher chakras, connect with your intuition, your higher self. Great week for meditation, right? That kind of thing. But I think you get the energy that you need, that boost to get things done, to have some fun, and to maybe even find peace and balance in your world this week. And of course, fire and water together, that is the Temperance card, right? So very spiritual in its energy, but I also do feel like your spirits, guides, and angels are close this week as well. We've got the Emperor, Seven of Swords, and the Two of Cups. Hey, would you look at that, right? Things coming together, connecting with your higher self, connecting with spirit, but also connecting with people around you. Hey, the bottom of the deck, we've got the Empress card coming up here, right? The Empress card right here, we've got the Emperor down below. So this is very interesting. So maybe some of you are trying to find a healthy balance this week. The Empress is the ruler of Taurus and Libra, ruled by Venus, right? And so you might be focusing on finding a balance between your masculine and feminine, right? Masculine being fire, feminine being water, feminine being the Empress, masculine being the Emperor. So maybe some of you are working too hard, right? You probably have a reason. The Seven of Swords, you probably have some things to sort out, or maybe you feel like there's something underhanded going on, or maybe somebody is not operating in your best interest and there's a lack of trust somewhere there. So there might be some issues here that you need to sort out this week. But with the Emperor energy, you've got that energy to get it done, right? You're taking the lead, you're taking your power, you're taking control, right? And you are sorting out any issues and even eking out something that may be a little bit behind the scenes, right? Something that you can't quite see. Maybe someone's doing something behind your back. Or again, maybe with the Emperor there, it could be something in your workplace. And maybe you're just really, how shall I say, you're really heightening your awareness of people that are working with you and really recognizing the people that are not working with you, right? So maybe there's like a little bit of snake in the grass somewhere in your world this week, okay? But with the Seven of Swords, you might also be developing some sort of strategy, and you might be not telling people about it, because the Seven of Swords can be stealthy energy, right? And sometimes it can be underhanded, right? And sometimes it can bring in elements of betrayal and deceit and lies. But sometimes we just need to operate in stealth mode to get things done, or to put a plan in place. And because we do have the Two of Cups here as well, I feel that for some of you, either you or someone you know, okay, may be planning some sort of surprise, okay? And it feels like it's a little bit underhanded, or it feels like it's something where you have to operate behind the scenes, but it's actually something really positive, right? So your intuition just may be telling you that there's something going on and you can't quite put your finger on it, okay? And of course, that can be you operating in stealth mode as well, because the Emperor is the ultimate strategist, right? And the Emperor is really about having that plan, figuring out what elements are needed, figuring out what direction to go, and then going for it, right? But the Emperor also brings in the big boss energy. So maybe there's some issues that you're dealing with in your workplace, especially that Seven of Swords. You know, it could be that you're just resolving issues, right? But yeah, you may have an employee that's just not pulling their weight, or they're talking about people, gossiping behind people's backs and that kind of thing. Always a good time when that happens, right? But I think you're figuring things out. So yeah, right bang smack in about the middle of your week is where something might go a little bit sideways. All right. So just keep your wits about you in the middle of the week, okay, or so. I think with the Emperor energy coming in there, I think you have the ability to figure out, you know, where something is an issue, where something's wrong, and you have the ability to fix it here. But yeah, you might be working closely with your boss this week as well, or maybe your boss is being a little bit underhanded or something, right? But the Emperor is about stability and security. So I feel like here that even if something threatens to derail you, even if someone is working against you rather than with you, I think you're going to figure some things out. All right. The Emperor can also be an advice card. So, you know, be on the lookout for helpful people, right? This is people who can give you some good advice. But with the Seven of Swords being right there, it is kind of a little bit of a warning for you this week, right? There's something here. Maybe you just don't trust yourself. Okay, sometimes we can be a little bit waffly in our energy. We can be confused. Sometimes we have to go and revisit something to sort some things out, right? There's something that's just not quite going your way. Okay. Be aware of conversation. Be careful who you trust with that energy, right? Number one, we have to be able to trust ourselves. Okay. But you might not trust yourself, but embrace the Emperor. Okay. And trust yourself to make the right choices and adjust your strategy if you need to. But just be aware of people around you that may not be operating in your best interest, right? So really trust your intuition in that energy, okay? But sometimes the Seven of Swords, you're just trying to stay positive, and sometimes that's not working so well, right? So we're just kind of trying to sort through some thoughts there and trying to keep the negative ones at bay. All right. But we do have the Empress here also with the Emperor. So it may be that you're trying to figure out how to have more fun in your world, right? You know, because the Empress really is about focusing on all the things that are giving us happiness and pleasure and beauty and all these things in our lives, right? The loving, beautiful, feminine energy, the energy of creation. And, you know, so when we do focus on that Empress card, right, we look at the finer things in life. We look at where we find the beauty in all things, right? And sometimes we need to free up space and time. So with the Seven of Swords, you could be trying to figure that out as well. How do I find a healthy balance between, you know, between working and playing, right? That kind of stuff. But with the Empress at the bottom of the deck, I feel for some of you, there's some love and romance in your week here as well, especially since we've got the Two of Cups. So with the Empress at the bottom of the deck, and we've got some stealthy energy, the Two of Cups here as well. Someone, either you or someone you know, might be planning a romantic dinner, planning a proposal, maybe planning a surprise engagement, that kind of thing. There's a little element of surprise having to do with some sort of relationship. This could be something to do with a friend, right? Maybe you're helping a friend out, right? So all kinds of interesting things. Always interesting when the Seven of Swords comes into play, okay? But we do have soulmate energy here for you guys, right? The Emperor and the Empress. So maybe you're sorting out some issues in a relationship. And I do feel that whatever your situation is through the week, I feel you do resolve issues with the Two of Cups. So this is where you do bring things together in balance and harmony. This is where, you know, two hearts meet as one. So again, if there's some issues there within a relationship, I think they're minor, and I think you do resolve them, right? By talking about them, getting them out in the open. Okay, but this is about balance and harmony in your world. So whatever issues you've got, you're figuring things out and getting them back on track. So it's a very interesting energy there for you. Advice from Spirit, the Ace of Wands. Do something new, do something different. Great week for you to follow your passion and your goals, to get an idea, run with it, make it happen, right? Because the Empress at the bottom is your creation energy, right? Something new, or how to make improvements in your world. The Ace of Wands gives you inspiration and your ability to really harness the power there to put something in motion. And the Emperor is where we get things done, right? So it can be a very productive week for some of you here. But the Ace of Wands, right, is really a heads up for you that your ability to find a way forward to resolve issues or to have some fun, right, and do something exciting in your world, the power is in your hands. Wherever you set your intention, right, this is where you're going to get the best results. So make sure you focus on the positive, okay, and work through any issues that do happen to arise. But the aces are typically gifts from the universe. So for some of you, Spirit's giving you a heads up that there might be a gift coming in for you this week. You may not trust it with the Seven of Swords. You might doubt it. You might second guess it. Okay, but Spirit says, nope, they got something really good for you. So if you get an invitation, if you have a flash of inspiration, go with it, run with it. But it's also a great week for some of you, right, to manifest something in. You might not want to do it right on full moon day. Maybe you want to do it the day before or the day after, right? The energy is still there for you. So maybe you really do connect with the moon in a very positive way, and this can help you to manifest things into your life. But the ace is because it's fresh energy. This can also say this is a week for you working with that moon cycle to flush out and to detach from anything that is negative in your life, right? Any old patterns or behaviors, any old niggling words of doubt that happen to be in your head, right? Time to cleanse that path. We've got the Ten of Swords here as a blessing for you, right? So maybe a betrayal actually is a blessing for you, okay? But the Ten of Swords is usually a very difficult card, right? Very challenging. It's painful. It's like being stabbed in the back. It's like making a very painful decision to leave something behind, to start something new, or sometimes it's just a challenge to see the light at the end of the tunnel. But when this is in your blessing position, it's an easy decision, an easy fix, an easy way forward. You're finding the answers and you're gaining clarity and insight, right? So, you know, so maybe putting an end to something or resolving something may be a blessing, or even you might be finding it extra easy this week to let go of negativity and let go of the old, right? You got this moon energy that's really helping you out as well, should you choose to work with it, right? But ultimately you do have a better way forward, a clearer path ahead, and it's really beneficial to you. So let's get your final message here. Thank you. That looks like an eclipse energy to me. There's your final card. And whoops, we have, there we go. I let go, I release, I am within perfect possibility. All right, work with that, work with this energy this week. Great time to turn over a new leaf or to resolve things, right? Remember, work with the element of water and fire, and together you will really create a little magic in your world. So I'm going to leave that there for you guys. I hope there was something here for you. If so, please like, share, subscribe. I hope you have a fantastic week. Work with a little bit of magic. We're going to move on now to Virgo. Hello, Virgo. Let's have a look and see what we've got for you in your week ahead. Message for Virgo, please. Thank you very much. We have hibernation and regeneration. Well, you might just go into Virgo hermit mode here at some point this week. This is a great week for you to go within, to meditate, to connect with your higher self. This is a great week for you. Are you feeling tired and burnt out? This might be a really good week for you to try and find some quiet space for yourself. Have a nap and maybe catch up on some sleep. All right. Whenever we go into hibernation mode, we are going in there to really kind of replenish our energy. Okay. So if you've been running yourself ragged, or if you've been just had a lot of stuff on the go, this is that reminder to find that time for yourself, to find that quiet space. Some of you might be looking to plan a vacation, or this is indicating that you need one. All right. But this is a great week for you, again, to go into, go into a quiet space, connect with your crystals. We've got crystals here. Connect with your higher self, maybe do some soul searching, cleanse and purge, especially with that full moon we've got coming up, right? Cleanse and purge, and you can feel free, right? We always like to feel a little bit free and not burdened or bogged down. So great week for you to really connect with your higher self and allow some energy to flow. But yeah, take care of your own energy, okay, this week. What else do we have? The Six of Wands. Lovely. The Emperor. And the Five of Wands there. So with the Six of Wands, okay, you might have just to be a little bit aware. If you're in the spotlight this week, I think that some of you might get some rewards or recognition, or you might just even feel a sense of accomplishment this week. And considering you're starting your week out this way with the Six of Wands there, this could show that there is a successful conclusion to some ongoing issues, right? Something that's spilling over from the weekend or from last week. And this is where you're really at the top of your game. You're in the spotlight, you're overcoming obstacles, challenges, but you may also be getting some sort of recognition for that some way. You might get some money, maybe an opportunity to advance your career path may open up for you because of your accomplishments. But you might be just finding yourself in the spotlight somehow. All right. And, so maybe you do get compliments, but just be aware of, of people around you, in that energy, right? Maybe some people are a little bit envious of you, or a little bit jealous or something like that. Maybe you might actually inspire people to up their game this week as well. I mean, we do have a Five of Wands here, which can bring in an element. It can bring in some conflict and some drama, but it can also bring in some competition. So maybe people are competing for your attention, or maybe people are aspiring a little bit to be like you, or they're wanting to compete with you. Okay. Sometimes when we have a victory about something, we get some people coming out of the woodwork that feel like they need to kind of test our mettle a little bit there. So just be aware of that, because yeah, you might bring out something in other people where they kind of want to go toe to toe with you, and it might be jovial, right? It might not be like a backstabby kind of energy or things like that, but, but sometimes it's like people want to try and one up you, right? Because you're right there. You're accomplished, in some way. So just a heads up for that one for you. Oh, hey, would you look at that energy at the bottom of the deck? We've got the moon. Okay, so the moon energy here can show that there's something hidden that comes to light. There might be a little bit of a surprise, something that you didn't quite expect, something where we need to get more clarity and insight for. All right, the moon, of course, that's a full moon on that card. So we have a full moon this week. So again, a great week for you to really connect with your energy, connect with your higher self, cleanse and purge, maybe a turn over a new leaf, find a different way of dealing with challenges or issues in your life. I feel for some of you, this full moon energy at the end of the week might be very draining for you, because we do have the Five of Wands at the end of the week. We do have that rejuvenation energy there, right? Go into hibernation mode. So some of you may really be feeling the energy with this full moon. It's not necessarily negative or anything like that. It's just that it may be draining you a little bit, right? So you might not be sleeping as well, okay? Or, maybe this is giving you the opportunity to highlight your need to get a little bit more Z's in your world, okay? But the Six of Wands is a great way to start out your week. And we also have the Emperor. So maybe some of you are getting a new job, or you're getting put in charge of a project, or maybe you are stepping into the big boss pants All right. The Emperor card is big boss energy, right? And with that Six of Wands, you know, hey, maybe some of you do get that promotion that you've been looking for, or you do get that new job. You're stepping into a leadership position, right? The employee becomes the boss, right? And that could be your energy this week. But this can also just be that you're feeling like you're at the top of your game. You're feeling strong and stable and successful. You're feeling like your strategies are paying off, right? And, there's like a celebratory energy that's around here for you as well, right? For some of you, the Six of Wands, you may be attending or making plans to attend some sort of public event. That can be it as well. With the Emperor is quite often business. So maybe some of you have like some business thing going on this week. It could be something within your company, or maybe it's something in a public forum, like a trade show, a conference, something like that, right? You might even be attending a job fair. All right, this is great energy to do that. And we do have competition. Okay, with the Five of Wands, right? We do have competition, but I have a feeling here with the Six of Wands and the Emperor, you have the ability here to rise to the top, okay, to really get yourself to be seen. So it might be a good job for you, a good week for you to throw yourself into something that does bring an element of competition with it, right? Because I think you have the ability to really win. All right. For some of you here, I do feel that there might actually be, if you're involved in any kind of sporting event or anything, because the Five of Wands can represent physical activity, but in a team setting, usually, okay, a group setting. So it might be like organized sports, or maybe you're trying to organize something there with the Emperor. It can be that you're taking a class, right? Maybe you're trying to get more physical activity and you're taking a class, and the Emperor maybe can be somebody that is the leader of that, right? So going to, like, I don't know, I mean, Emperor is not really like a yoga class kind of person, but hey, you never know. Someone in charge, right? Someone who has this element of authority around them. They also do have a lot of wisdom. So, it might be like something fun, or it might be something where you can learn something, right? Some sort of group activity there on some level. So very interesting. But the Emperor can be somebody who plays a very key role for you in your week. This can be your boss. It can be a head of a household. It can be someone new entering your life that you connect with. Okay. And this can be a very positive influence, a positive person that does play a key role somewhere in your world, all right? But again, it can just be you feeling at the top of your game. I think you're working really hard this week, right? And by the end of the week with the Five of Wands, maybe you are feeling kind of, oh man, I need to do something different. I'm a little bit challenged in my energy today. All right. But the Five of Wands, yeah, can bring about sometimes a little bit of drama, can bring about some conflict, and it can bring about some competitive activity, but it can bring teamwork as well. So you might have something going on the weekend that involves other people. And for the most part, these other people get along, but they're all different personalities. Sometimes they play nice together in the sandbox, and sometimes they want to tear each other's faces off. So you might have a really fun activity planned for the weekend, but it always has that element of potentially going sideways, just because all of these personalities, everyone wants to be seen and heard. All right. So it might represent a bit of a challenge for you. It might also be energetically draining. So with this hibernation and rejuvenation, if you've got something going on the weekend or heading into the weekend that does involve other people, and, maybe you're waffling as to whether you do want to actually go out with these people or connect with these people or not, remember to ground and protect your energy, okay, so that they don't, suck your energy dry, all right? But this can just be where you are feeling challenged in your energy a little bit, okay? And it's just like, oh my God, I'm just not feeling things, right? Remember, find that quiet space to retreat. Work with the moon energy, right? This is where we can let some things go as well. All right, your advice from Spirit, the Eight of Wands. Focus on positive communication. Focus on getting things done and moving forward. Don't let anything hold you back this week. The Eight of Wands is a very busy energy. It's a lot of electricity in the air as well, okay? And Wands is fiery. right? And when we got the fiery, passionate energy, sometimes everything is just exciting and everything's wonderful, and sometimes things get a little bit challenging, right? Because that fire and passion can turn to a little bit of spice. Okay, so whatever it is for you, keep your eye on the prize, set your intentions, move forward, have a goal, have a strategy, and get things done, right? That Eight of Wands, it can also bring in some really good news. So a little heads up for you, some of you might get some good news in the week ahead, something that you've been waiting for. So this can be an excellent energy to complete projects, to take on a leadership role in some way, even if it's just being the leader of a project. For some of you, maybe you have some, you might be put in charge, or you might get that job or that promotion, right? And the Emperor energy with the Five of Wands, maybe it's your job to lead the troops, so to speak, right? And to resolve issues and get a department working together the way that they're supposed to. Instead of fighting and battling with each other, you want them working as a collaborative team. So you might have that ability to do that, right? To get people together. Whatever it is, you're getting things done this week, and it's very positive. The blessings headed your way. This is the energy benefiting you the most, is the Page of Swords. Keep an open mind. Be willing to try something new. Be willing to learn something new as well. The Page of Swords is also about making plans for the future, and also maybe being involved in technology in some way. Pay very close attention to communication this week. Some of you might have some exciting news with the Page of Swords, or just a very important conversation this week. All right. The Page of Swords quite often is tied with technology as well. So emails, text messages, all of that kind of thing. And so you might get some information or news, or you might discover something online that you spark some interest in you. You might need to compete for what you want, right? So, maybe you find a job opening online or something like that for the perfect position for you, and the Five of Wands, you got to compete for it, right? But I feel like here that if you put yourself out there and if you take action, right, then you just might get what you're looking for. All right, so communication of all kinds is all positive for you this week, right? This is, a blessing for you, okay? So embrace your blessings in your week ahead, right? The Page of Swords can also show the power of your intention, okay? And your ability to cut loose anything that is threatening to derail your progress as well, because we can use the sword to help us slice away things, to help us detach from things. So it may be, thank you, it may be that you're finding a new way to battle an old problem. So let's grab your last couple of cards. There's your first one. Failure is only learning. I move with confidence and resilience. There's your Emperor right there. The Emperor is not always successful first time out of the gate. The Emperor, if something doesn't go the Emperor's way, what does the Emperor do? Takes back authority, takes back power, takes back control, and tries a different strategy. So open and flexible may be the key for you as well. So there is your final message. I teach people how to treat me. Very important, right? To set boundaries, healthy boundaries, whether they're energetic boundaries or, whether you have to speak your truth, okay? But we do treat people how to treat us. So don't let anybody overpower you this week, and don't let anyone take advantage of you. And this may be a week where maybe you do put up some healthy boundaries. Page of Swords, wherever you put your communication works out for you. And the Five of Wands, maybe you got to put some people in their place. So I'm going to leave that there for you folks. I hope there was something here for you. If so, please like, share, subscribe, comment in the box down below, all of that great stuff. I thank you for watching. Have a fabulous week. We're moving on now to Libra. Hello there, Libra. Let's have a look and see what we've got for you in your week ahead. Message for Libra, please. Thank you. We have given to passion. Okay, so what are you passionate about? What lights your fire? What is fun in your life? Do you want to try something new, or do you want to pick something back up? Have you neglected a hobby? Do you have a dream? When you give in to your passion, you really do something that lights you up from the inside. So embrace your passion, try something new. Maybe you need to make some changes in order to find the time to do that. Or maybe your passion is a new direction in your world, right? Whatever it is for you, if you've lost your passion for something, it's time to try something different. But I think here, this is really Spirit saying you need more fun, you need something exciting in your life. And this is the week for you to pursue it, or at least find a way to make space, make time, clear up your calendar, right? Find a healthier balance in your life, right? Where are you feeling overwhelmed? Where are you feeling as though you're being railroaded or your life is being taken over, right? Time to take your power back so that you can find more fun and excitement in your life. We have the Eight of Wands, Six of Swords, and the Eight of Pentacles. Wow, it's a very nice energy coming in there for you guys. At the bottom of the deck, ooh, there we go. At the bottom of the deck, we've got the Empress. And what is the Empress? It's all about creation and new beginnings and wonderful, loving vibes, right? But it is also the birth of new ideas. This is a creative energy, and it's one of finding the focusing on the pleasures in life, the things that we find beautiful, or the things that we find fun, the things that fill our heart and soul with joy, right? So there might be love in the air for some of you, but I think that it's really more of loving what you do, okay? Or enjoying wherever you put your time and energy. All right, so it's a beautiful, abundant energy at the bottom of the deck here, and I feel like this is a week for you to maybe find some time, make some space in your life. This is a week of probably accomplishment for some of you, especially with the Eight of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands there and the Six of Swords. You're making progress in whatever it is that you're putting your energy and effort towards. You know, maybe you are figuring out something that you are passionate about, or you're really taking action to pursue a goal or a dream. Great week for things to come to fruition for you with the Empress card, but also a great week to turn over a new leaf, right? So it's a wonderful, loving energy that's there for you guys. Some of you might get a little surprise this week as well, because we do have some eights on the board for you guys. And the Eight of Wands can certainly represent some really positive communication, some good news coming in, maybe something that you've been waiting for, and this can really make your heart sing. But we've got the Eight of Wands out here for you, so some good news coming in. This also does show a lot on the go, right? So you got a lot to do, a lot to accomplish this week, and you are sorting things out and you're getting your ducks in a row. Okay, you can magically get things done in the week ahead. You got a lot of energy to start off with, okay? But the Eight of Wands is an energy of moving forward, right? It's an energy there where, you know, we're really following the goals and the intentions that we've set, right? We're moving forward in a good direction, okay? And we are overcoming obstacles, right? We're not letting anything stand in our way. The Eight of Wands quite often is tied to manifestation, okay? So with the Eight of Pentacles here and the Six of Swords, you might actually be, how should I say, you might have the ability here to really recognize your value and your worth, and you might have opportunities opening up for you to move forward, right? And to elevate your status, your earning potential, your position in your workplace, right? Even your relationship status could be going to the next level as well. All right, so some very exciting things in the mix for you. Flexibility and adaptability may be your key to success this week. Also, the eights do represent unlimited potential, right? They do represent infinity, and they do represent that nice flexible energy, right? So, and we've got compromise possibly with the Six of Swords here as well. So be open, be flexible, be adaptable, and focus on your goal. Focus on where you want to get to this week, and a little bit of magic might be in the air for you, okay? Great time for you to set some intentions as well. But we do have the Six of Swords, so some of you could be making progress, you're moving forward, okay? You're communicating well this week. You've got some really positive, well-balanced communication. The Six of Swords, you might be resolving issues with someone by making compromise, right? By getting together, working together, being on the same page. And this can help you move forward in a good direction. If things have been challenging or turbulent for you in any way, the Eight of Wands can sometimes, you got a tornado right behind the little witch there. So the Eight of Wands can be like a little bit of turbulent energy, right? But you're getting things done, okay? And so things get easier by the middle of the week. Maybe things calm down a little bit, right? Because the beginning of the week is where you got like all sorts of things going on, okay? So that Six of Swords, things calming down, you're moving forward, you're getting a sense of relief, okay? Maybe there's something here that you had to do, because the Six of Swords can be a rite of passage, okay? One of those life experiences or those life lessons that we've got to work through or we've got to deal with, right? And when we finished with it, we just move forward, right? We just get on with our life, on with our day. But this can be an opportunity. You might be finding an opportunity so that you can move on to something that's better for you, something healthier for you. So maybe you've got some doors of opportunity opening for you this week. And this can be really positive, right? It can really set the stage for you to make more money or have a healthier home life balance, that kind of thing. Or maybe you are figuring out a way to follow your passion and your goal, right? The things that make you happy, the things that make your heart sing. But calmer times ahead with that. We have the Eight of Pentacles here for you as well. And the Eight of Pentacles is about being committed to your task, is about being productive, about rolling up your sleeves, getting to work, being committed, being focused. But it is one of accomplishment, right? So you're accomplishing what you set out to accomplish this week. You're getting things done, and you are maybe gaining some wisdom or some insight or some skills along the way. You might be learning something this week. Eight of Pentacles can be where we are learning something and we're about to graduate, okay? Or where we are doing some work, right? And we are gaining that level of mastery. It's a good card. It is a hardworking card, though. That does require focus. Some of you, by the time you hit the weekend, maybe you are maybe you are working on something that you're passionate about, right? Something in your home. It's creative energy that's coming in there, right? So, maybe you are creating something, right? Making something out of nothing kind of thing. And you're happy doing it, right? The Eight of Pentacles, right? We're getting dirty. We're rolling up our sleeves. We're very busy, right? But we're liking it, right? And so it can be a really positive thing for you. So very productive week for you, very positive week for you. We've got the Empress here bringing you new things, new ideas, bringing things to fruition for some of you, but also having you, really focused on the things that you love, right? Or trying to find the time and make the space to, do something that brings you pleasure and joy. So let's get your final card here. Last message, please, for Libra. Thank you very much. Now we have a book on that card. So, hey, yeah, maybe you are learning something or you're using your skills and your knowledge to get things done or to move yourself forward. So there's your final card. And we have, I gather more wisdom each day. Yes, you do, right? And when we have that Eight of Pentacles, okay, even that Six of Swords, you're gaining wisdom, knowledge, your experiences move you forward in a healthy way. So I'm going to leave that there for you guys. I hope there was something here for you. I thank you for watching. If there was something here, please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment in the box down below. But I think it's a fairly positive week for you guys, so embrace that. Thank you for watching, guys. We're going to move on to Scorpio. Hello, Scorpio. Let's have a look and see what we've got for you for your week ahead. Message for Scorpio, please. And we have healing waters. All right, Scorpio, water sign. Connecting with the element of water may be very important for you this week. Water is cleansing, it's purifying, it's healing. Okay. And we do have a full moon this week. So some of you haven't, if you're very, you have some spiritual practices, you may not have had much of a chance to do your normal moon rituals, right? We had eclipses, and you don't usually charge crystals and things like that or make moon water at eclipses. Kind of challenging energy, right? Better fish to fry. So this could be a perfect full moon for you to connect with the element of water, to put your crystals under the moonlight, or to make that moon water, if you do things like that. Okay. This is a good week for you to cleanse and purge, right? So with that full moon coming up, this can be that you work with water in some way as part of your moon magic. Okay, or maybe just connecting with water through your week in some way is going to be good for you. It's going to be relaxing. It's going to be calming. It'll help you connect with your higher self, connect with spirit, and it can be very beneficial for you. Okay, so you can be, if you're fortunate enough to be anywhere near the ocean is so powerful. It is very cleansing and healing in its nature, right? If you just sit by the water and listen to the waves crashing and all of that, maybe do some storm watching this week too. That's always fun. But if you're not living anywhere near the ocean, not everybody does, you can connect with water in other ways. You know, rivers, lakes, ponds, streams, even connecting with the rain, right? Rain, it can be very soothing as long as you're not caught in it and if you're not dressed for it. You know, but hey, some people do like to walk in the rain. So you may be able to connect with water that way, have a bubble bath, have a spiritual cleansing shower, that kind of thing. So however you work with water this week, it will be healing and calming and soothing for you. So let's get some more cards. And we have the Six of Wands, very nice. Nine of Pentacles, even better. And the Ten of Swords, ouch, but that's by your moon day, right? So I think that's some really cleansing and purging that's coming out for you. Wow, we've got the Empress at the bottom of the deck. I think this is the third time the Empress has been at the bottom of the deck. So the influence of the Empress card, the influence of Venus, and this is bringing in love. This is bringing in an energy of new beginnings, of creation. The Empress really does highlight taking care of yourself, right? Connection with the divine feminine, being open, being receptive, right? So connecting with the water element, again, can really help you in this energy. The Empress card does bring in those new beginnings, but it also has us focused on the pleasures of life, right? The things that we find beauty in, the things that we find soothing or inspiring, right? You know, this is where we do practice a little bit of self-love, self-care. And so we've got a double whammy with that because we've got the Nine of Pentacles. It's where we usually do treat ourselves to something that feels luxurious, right? It doesn't necessarily have to cost any money. So you might be taking care of your own needs this week, right? You may have been in situations where you've been taking care of other people and now it's like, you know what, I need to do something this week just for me. So you might be finding that time that you might be feeling this, you know, the creative juices flowing, but you might just be really feeling connected to the moon there as well. So it's a beautiful energy that is around you all week. Yes, we've got a Ten of Swords, but we'll get to that in a minute. But we start out your week feeling really good. You're at the top of your game with the Six of Wands. Okay, you might be getting recognized for something at the beginning of the week, you might just be getting some compliments, right? But you might actually be getting some sort of recognition, likely in a public forum somewhere. So maybe your workplace, maybe something at home, or family and friends or something. And, you know, maybe someone is congratulating you for something. We do have a 9 of Pentacles here as well. So if you've recently overcome something, you've been working hard towards something, whether it's a job or finishing a project or whatever it happens to be, congratulations to you, because this is a great energy coming in. And I feel here with the 9 of Pentacles, some of you have gotten that new job, or you got that bonus that you've been waiting for, and now you're feeling pretty flush for the week ahead. So very excellent energy. And this may come as a bit of a surprise to some of you as well. Okay, but I think for some of you, you know that you've worked hard for this, and you're very excited about what is to come. So it's a great energy there. Some of you could be getting a little bit more money, considering we do have the 9 of Pentacles as well. With the 6 of Wands, you might be attending some sort of public event of some kind. Okay, and this can just be something fun. Right? It can just be something fun. You're out in the open. There's a lot of people around, because quite often the 6 of Wands is a lot of time like a parade, right? And a public gathering of people. So you might be attending something like that. But we've got the 9 of Pentacles here as well. And this is also a sense of accomplishment, of wrapping things up, a sense of completion, right? But the 9 of Pentacles is an independent energy. So this is a personal endeavor, a personal success for you on some level. Okay, maybe you're just feeling more positive this week. You're just feeling like you're at the top of your game. Okay, and you're feeling like you're getting things done, which is great. You're feeling very productive. A lot of people are productive this week. But with the 9 of Pentacles, this is a personal success as well. But the thing is, when we have this, we're feeling abundant. We're feeling like we understand our value, our worth, right? We're feeling all good. But this is where we do something nice for ourselves, right? We treat ourselves to something. We've tamed our fears, our anxieties, our worries, right? And we're in a really good place. And if you look at this person on the card, right, she's in her garden, she's under her abundant tree, right? And she's reading a book. She's taken some time to herself. She's got a glass of wine. She's got, I don't know what's on the plate, some grapes. Grapes represent richness and luxury, right? In the olden times, so does wine, because not everyone had access to fruit, right? So only the rich typically did, royalty, if you will. So this is really this person treating herself like the god or goddess that she is, right? So whatever you've got going on this week, treat yourself well, all right? It doesn't have to cost you any money. Okay, but maybe you do treat yourself to an afternoon off, or, you know, you've got such this sense of accomplishment that you can put your feet up and relax for a little bit. This is where, you know, you are, you know, at the grocery store, and instead of, you know, buying yourself a no-name brand, maybe you really kick it up a notch and buy the, you know, the big name brand, and, you know, treat yourself to that, you know, something like that, right? So treat yourself to something this week, because you deserve it, is really what that message on that card is. But we've got the 10 of Swords here as well. Okay, and the 10 of Swords is by your weekend. Okay, so this can be an element of, you know, we're having to make a tough decision, right? We need to put something to an end. We need to put something to rest. Okay, but this can be very much working with the water element and the moon cycles here. Okay, you're cleansing and purging anything that has caused you grief and pain. The full moons are about completion or about closure. The 10s are about completion and even closure. And the 10 of Swords, this can be really just changing your way of thinking. This can be having a difficult conversation, but it's something that's necessary for you to move forward, right? The 10 of Swords is always this kind of pain and challenging kind of, you know, ending to something, but there's a better way forward. So there's either a new beginning, a fresh start. We have that with the Empress card, okay? Or, you know, or there is just a better way of doing something. We've got to be out with the old, right? So this can show a light at the end of the tunnel for something. This can show just your taking some time and space for yourself, your cleansing. things, right? You're getting rid of things out of your life, and this puts you on a path forward, right? You're feeling cleansed, you're feeling more awake, you're feeling more alive in that energy. Okay. So for some of you here, this is really all about working with the element of the moon and the water. Okay. But this is also for some of you, you may have some sort of communication or some sort of thought process that does come to an abrupt and challenging ending, but there's a better way forward. So always know that with the 10 of Swords, there is a better way forward, but sometimes we got to process something a little bit challenging. Your advice from Spirit, the Knight of Swords: take action, have a conversation, communicate, move forward. Okay. All of this is going to benefit you. Spirit's wanting to give some of you a heads up that you've got some really good news coming in, because quite often the Knight of Swords is a delivery service, is a messenger of some kind. But this can also be come with an element of upping your game with communication, or changing your trajectory even as well, right? The 10 of Swords, we're going to bypass the page and we're going to jump right into the Knight. So this is Spirit saying that you can resolve any issues, you can find your clarity, you can find a sense of focus, and you can take action and move forward in a better way. But the Knight of Swords, I also feel for some of you, the 10 of Swords here, because this can be a no card, right? The 10 of Swords can be a no. And with the Knight of Swords can carry with it an energy of impulsivity. Okay. Acting impulsive without thinking sometimes. Okay. So maybe you might have to actually turn something down, right? And it's not the easiest thing to turn down. And maybe it's because you're turning down an invitation or something like that. You know, and you're like, nope, I've already made the decision here that I'm going to focus on me this weekend. And so you are turning down some invitations or offers, things that you would normally have pounced on. Okay. And instead you're like, nope. And you're finding that quiet space. This is also you, instead of acting impulsively, you're putting the brakes on something here as well. Right. So, you know, maybe analyzing something a little bit more. And even though it's challenging to say no to something or to turn something down, right, it can actually benefit you. Okay. So just be aware of impulsive or rash decisions this week. Your energy benefiting you the most is the 10 of Cups. So we like that. So the 10 of Cups, happy home, happy family. This is things coming together for you. This is feeling good, feeling fine, focused on those pleasures in life, right? And the 10 of Cups, one of the happiest energies in the entire deck. And this is a blessing for you. So it's a relatively positive week for you. We do have that 10 of Swords there throwing a monkey wrench in your week, but I feel like here that, you know, you're replacing challenges with positivity, or you're saying no to things because you're going to spend some time at home, time with yourself, your friends, your family, the people that you care about, right? Instead of, you know, going out and doing something that you may regret later, right? So you're taking that time, you're taking that space. So we've got some wonderful energies going on around for you this week. Embrace that, treat yourself well, spend your time doing the things you love or with the people that you love. And I feel like here you're very much at the top of your game. All right. And if you do have a new job or a new endeavor or something, right, the 10 of Swords is where you actually might say goodbye to your old way of being, and you're embracing a new one going forward, right? And it's a little challenging sometimes, you know, in order for us to make more money, to advance our career path, we quite often do need to leave something behind. And it's always a little bit of a challenge, especially if you like some people that you work with, right? There's always that kind of difficulty that comes in. But I feel like this is a positive move forward and a positive ending, right? That is just kind of a little bit challenging for some of you. Whatever you've got going on, it's actually a very positive week for you guys. Let's get your final, thank you, your final card. And here it is. I seek balance and grounding. Yes. So again, this is a week for you where you are, you know, really focused on you, your energy, your goals, your passions. And I think you are maybe finding balance and saying no to something because you want to focus on something else. So I'm going to leave that there for you guys. I hope there was something here for you. I thank you for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, comment down in the box below, all of that kind of stuff. I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and we're going to move on now to Sag. Hello there, Scorpio, or Sagittarius, excuse me. Let's have a look and see what is coming out for you guys in the week ahead. Messages for Sagittarius, please. Sag. Thank you very much. We have prosperity and abundance. Well, hello, my friends. This is an excellent, excellent energy. Some of you may have something coming to fruition this week, okay? Or you're just feeling all of the abundant energy flowing to you and through you and around you. So claim that energy. Prosperity can represent having the money that you need to get the things that you want. Some of you are perhaps getting some money coming in. Okay, and whenever we get prosperity and abundance, this is showing all your needs are met. The doors of finding more ways to make money or attract more abundance into your life are open. Be thankful and grateful for everything that you have, and so that more blessings come to you. So very wonderful week for you. Feel some of you might get a little bit of a surprise. Or maybe you're just feeling really good, perhaps like our little garden witch there sitting on the bench drinking wine and eating cake and playing with her kitty cats. You know, maybe some of you have the week off this week and you don't have a lot of plans. You're just going where the wind blows you, and you're just, I'm just feeling good. I'm going to have a piece of cake for breakfast, or I'm going to have a glass of wine with dinner. I'm going to sit in my garden and I'm just going to feel good, right? And so sometimes that's just what the doctor ordered. We've got the Three of Wands, the Knight of Wands, and we've got the Death card there coming in for you guys. So very interesting. The Death card is actually landing. Wow, crazy. Sorry, I've got the Empress card at the bottom of the deck yet again. It's happened a number of times, and believe you me, I shuffle these cards like you wouldn't believe between readings. So this is why I said Scorpio, by the way, because the Death card is there. Yeah, the Empress card. So Venus is playing an underlying role. Venus is a wonderful planet, which rules the Empress card. The Empress card rules Taurus and Libra, and this is about your money, your prosperity, the abundance. The Empress brings abundance into your world, brings new beginnings, right? That kind of thing. Brings in a lot of pleasure and happiness and joy and love and all of this wonderful, wonderful energy into the mix for you. So yeah, some of you are just feeling really good about the week ahead. Some of you are maybe having some fun and pleasure. The Three of Wands that's here, maybe you're making some travel plans, or you're actually on vacation, right? And you're keeping your options open with the Three of Wands. It's like, yeah, I kind of have a plan, but I kind of don't have a plan, and I'm just kind of open to whatever floats my boat this week. And that can really benefit you, actually, because it can bring about some positive change in your energy there with the Death card. And it can be where you're kind of feeling all of the negative energies and all of your stresses and things leave, right? And you're feeling like a new person. But we've got some wonderful, wonderful energy providing you background influence. And even though, you know, this week the highlight for you, of course, is the full moon in your sign, by the way, Sag, right? So this can bring about some powerful transformative change for you guys, right? You may have something coming to fruition, and that is a wonderful energy for you. You can really use this moon energy to your advantage. But this week too, we've got on June 5th, Venus enters Leo, and this brings in a summer of love and abundance and trying new things and enjoying the pleasures in life. Of course, everything has a shadow side, so it also can bring in some pride, you know, and some stubborn energy and things like that, right, with the shadow side of Leo. But I think here, I think you're starting to feel this energy coming in, and I think there's some really positive changes that are ahead for you, or you have the ability to make positive changes. You might be waiting for some news, for something to come in, okay, or you're just putting yourself first this week, right? All is kind of right with the world. We do have the Three of Wands, so yes, you could be either traveling this week or making travel plans, but the Three of Wands is about having an idea. We've taken the idea or the burst of inspiration and we're figuring out what to do with it. We put a plan together, okay, and now we are open to taking the next step. So you're waiting for the right time, the opportunity, and you're looking for, you may be waiting for some good news as well to take the next steps forward. But at the very least, you've removed obstacles and blocks and you're looking out into your week ahead. And maybe some of you are keeping an open calendar, by the way, for the week ahead as well. It's like, I've kind of got some plans, but I'm flexible, right? But we do have the Knight of Wands here as well. And the Knight of Wands brings in some exciting energy, maybe delivers some really good news. And with the Three of Wands right there and the Death card, I feel like some of you are getting some very good news this week, which will bring about some incredibly positive change into your life. So this can be some good news involving a relationship or maybe your career path, right? Because we've got prosperity and abundance around you. And, you know, so you might have some changes that coming up ahead. Maybe you're waiting for some news on a job, on some money, right? Whatever that happens to be for you, a relationship taking the next steps, right? So we've got love in the air as well. And so I feel like here, this is going to be a transformative, transitional energy for you, out with the old, in with the new, right? So a change in your finances, a change in your career path, or a change in your relationship status in some way, shape, or form. Or maybe you are just going through some changes right now and you're experiencing a time of growth. And this is really shedding the old version of you and embracing a more newer, more wonderful version of yourself. So the Knight of Wands, yep, you could be taking action on something, following some passion, doing something fun, doing something exciting, okay? But you could also have some success on the table for you in that energy as well, and this allows you to move forward. But yes, we do have Scorpio energy, right? It said Scorpio originally at the beginning in the Death card. So Scorpio is representing that Death card there. And this is about out with the old, in with the new. This is about cutting something loose so that you can try something different, right? It's an energy of change and transformation and evolution. It's a very spiritual card, actually. So some of you are gaining some spiritual wisdom and insights this week as well. And it's no small feat and no coincidence that the Death card is coming in right on the weekend when we've got the full moon in your sign. Something may be coming to fruition for you that you've previously set intentions for, right? So this can be a very positive week for you. This is where you're maybe preparing to start something new, right? You've got to shed the old first. Okay, so you got some wonderful changes ahead for you. Feel like you're getting some peace knocking at your door as well. Okay, and I think you've got your sights set on the future. Yes, the Death card can represent an ending, but it can also be that transformation into a new beginning, right? So we can let go of something old, start something a little bit better, okay, or just take the next steps forward. You might have a change of plans as well with the Death card there. It can be something as simply as a change of plans. So just be aware of that because it might not be something in your control. And if you are traveling, right, just be a little bit aware that not everything may go according to the original plan. Okay, but you will sort things out. Okay, so you just had, maybe it's a change in a schedule, flight delay, cancellation, that kind of thing. But it may actually, it may be annoying for you, but it may actually turn out better for you. Maybe you get put up in a nice swanky hotel for a night, or maybe you get a bump up to first class or something like that. You know, or maybe you, you know, maybe you do have some changes with some other plans where you're like, you know what, I'm glad this thing got canceled. I'm glad my dinner plans plans with my friend got canceled because I'm happy in this garden, eating my cake and drinking my wine. And so sometimes an ending or a cancellation of something can actually be beneficial to you. But the Death card here on your full moon day can help you cleanse and purge old energies to free up your space, to free up your energy for the path forward, lighter and brighter. The Seven of Wands is here as your advice from Spirit. Believe in yourself. Be confident this week. You may need to put up some boundaries. You might need to stand up for yourself in some way. Okay, but the Seven of Wands shows that you are in a position of power and strength. You have the ability to really speak your truth, speak your mind, advocate for yourself. So if you are, if you are going on any job interviews, or if you already have been, right, I feel like here that you come off as strong and confident, but not arrogant, right? Which is great, great energy, right? So for that reason, you might be getting what you're looking for, okay? But the Seven of Wands, yeah, you're at the top of your game, but you may need to put up some boundaries here and fend off some people, right? Or fend off some things. It's like, nope, this is my time, I'm on vacation. Or nope, nope, I'm not going to, I have some things that I want to do. When I'm done doing what I'm going to do, then I'll see if I have time to help you, that kind of thing. Right. So being an advocate for yourself can really pay off. The Two of Pentacles is here as your blessings. Being flexible, open, adaptable, going with the flow can really be your friend this week, right? It's the energy benefiting you the most. Your ability to keep an open mind, your ability to go with the changes, roll with the punches kind of thing, and not resist, right? It can be a really great energy for you. The Two of Pentacles shows as well a need to find balance and harmony in your life. And normally we've got a person standing on one leg, right? And usually these pentacles are like lopsided, but what do we have here as a blessing? Finding some balance, putting up boundaries, right? You're feeling good. You're doing things the way you want to do them, right? But you're also kind of going with the flow in that energy. Some of you may have some decisions to make this week, and the Two of Pentacles shows that you can make those decisions in a very calm, very practical way. You're weighing up your options, and you're making the best decision for you. So we've got some very interesting things going on for you guys this week, Sag. So embrace the energy. And again, this underlying influence of that Empress. We love that. And of course, so we've got two cards of abundance and things coming to fruition for you here. So there might be a little bit of magic in the air. And maybe intentions that you've previously set in Scorpio season, or that Scorpio eclipse that we just had not long ago is bringing something to you. So very interesting. So let's see your final message. And there's your final card. And it says, I assess matters carefully and discern wisely. Right? Making a decision, you're being balanced and fair in your judgment, and you're making the best decision possible for you. I'm going to leave that there for you, Sag. I hope there was something here for you. I thank you so much for watching. Have a great week. If there was something here, please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment in the box down below. And we are now going to move on to Capricorn. Hello, Capricorn. Let's have a look and see what we've got coming in for you guys for your week ahead. Message for Capricorn, please. Message for Capricorn. Thank you. We have prosperity and abundance. Well, wouldn't you just love that? That is awesome, awesome energy coming in. Some of you are having some successes this week. Okay, some of you might be getting that job that you were looking for. You might find some money in your pocket. You might find the thing that you want on sale. All of that can really contribute to the energy of prosperity. Some of you are finding ways to make more money, or to even save some cash, right? So it's a really great energy there for you. Abundance, right? We've got a lot of good vibes going on, a lot of possibilities, some doors opening, and maybe you're just feeling this week like our friendly little witch and her familiars in her chair. You're feeling good. You're feeling like your needs are met. You're feeling like you can conquer the world, like, nothing's really gonna harsh your mellow or harsh your vibe throughout the week. And even if life throws you a curveball, you deal with it with ease. And it's because you're calm, cool, collected, you're relaxed, and you're open, you're receptive, and you're just enjoying life a little bit this week. So it's an awesome energy. For some of you, you do have something wonderful coming in for you, something that you've been working hard, working towards, something you've been waiting for, okay? Or you are just, again, feeling all of the wonderful energies that are around you, and you're just feeling good. Maybe you're just feeling all is right with the world with this, all right? So got all kinds of possibilities and wonderful energy all around you. We like getting this card. It's a good one, okay? So let's see what else we've got for you guys in your week ahead. Message for Capricorn, please. Thank you. And we have the Three of Wands, Eight of Pentacles, and the Emperor. So you could possibly be conquering the world this week. You're, especially with that Eight of Pentacles, right? You're working hard for something, and you may get something here that pays off. The Three of Wands, perhaps you've been waiting for an opportunity, waiting for something to come in. You know what you want. You've got, you know, a new idea. You've got a plan in place, right? And now you're open and you're receptive to different opportunities, different ideas, right? You're keeping an open mind. You're keeping an open heart, but you're ready for action, okay? And this can just be that, you know, preparation before taking action, before moving forward, right? So it can be a great energy coming in there for you. We do have the Eight of Pentacles, so working hard, right? The Eight of Pentacles is where we are learning new skills, or we are really expanding our knowledge, right? We're, you know, mastering something, right? Because of all your hard work and dedication and commitment, right? You're getting things done this week. So you might be busy this week, but it feels like wherever you do put your efforts, you will be rewarded for what you've done, right? You'll be, you know, you'll be successful. You might even be recognized for something that you've done. And of course, some of you could possibly be waiting for some news. With the Eight of Pentacles, it can be about your job, right? And with the Emperor, right, leveling up in your career path some way. So that can be really great energy for you. Aha. The Ace of Wands is at the bottom of the deck. So for some of you, you're waiting for something to come in that you have manifested, that you've put some effort towards, or you're waiting for a window of opportunity to open up for you. The Ace of Wands is where we get this new, fresh energy, bursts of ideas, feeling inspired, feeling creative. The Ace of Wands is where you're maybe taking something in a new direction, or you are open to a new way of doing things or new opportunities. The Ace of Wands, aces are always gifts from the universe, and the Ace of Wands is quite often something manifesting in your world, right? So something that's exciting. So you could be waiting for some good news. You might even get the good news, right? But ultimately you do have initiative here to get things done, which is great. Maybe you're taking a fresh approach at an old problem. But yes, the Three of Wands, right? You're taking this burst of inspiration and you are really waiting for something to happen, or you're waiting for the right opportunity to put the wheels in motion. For some of you, with the Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck, this can certainly be some good news coming in some way, right? All positive, all exciting. This can be just you taking an idea and running with it. This can be you feeling inspired and creative, and you're just, you know, you're sitting there and you're just making some improvements in your life, right? Maybe you're just, you know, trying to bide your time and sort out and plan for your week so that you can get some things done. But the bottom of the deck can be a confirmation of things, but it can also represent a surprise, something coming in that you didn't quite expect. So you could have some unexpected happenings this week that are really positive for you. This can also be a reminder here that there's something coming in here for you, but it may not necessarily hit some of you by the end of the week. It could spill over into next week, right? Because this can be incoming energy as well. Some of you are maybe making some travel plans also. So if you have got some travel and adventure coming up, the Eight of Pentacles, you are working hard to get all of your work squared away, to get those emails answered, to get those last projects done, to clean things up so that you can be free and clear to go on a vacation, to go on an adventure. But the Eight of Pentacles is a card of mastery. It's a card of, you know, where you have learned a bunch of things, but you're applying that knowledge. It's where you're dedicated to things. You're dedicated to, you know, your work. You're dedicated to whatever plan that you've put in place for your week, right? So it's very much a productive energy, but it is one where you are either just finishing things up in a positive way, right? But it can also be that thing where you're ready to take something up to the next level, right? The student becomes the teacher. The laborer becomes the master, right? You know, the employee becomes the boss, that kind of thing. So perhaps some of you have been working really hard and you're being really committed to, you know, making some progress in your life, right? To bring yourself more abundance and prosperity into your world, to make some more money and to elevate your status in some way. And we do have the Emperor here for you as well, showing you that there is success at hand. There is, your actions do pay off for you. And this is big boss energy, right? So some of you really are getting what it is that you've been working hard towards this week. You might just be feeling like you're on top of the world, like you've gotten things done. You feel like your hard work, dedication, and your strategy has paid off. All of that comes in with the Emperor, but the Emperor does bring you success, stability, security, and feeling like you've got both feet on the ground, feeling like you're at the top of the world, and very much like our wonderful little witch there in the garden, enjoying the finer things in life. So you might just be feeling like, I'm good. I'm confident. I've had a great week this week, right? I've gotten so much done and I'm going to just enjoy my weekend. And some of you do get some good news with the Emperor card here, right? And you are leveling up in something. So you're either becoming a leader of some kind, right? You could be getting a promotion, that raise, that kind of thing. And this really does set you up for success, right? You are successful in this energy. The Emperor is also Aries energy. So it's very fiery, and we do have some fiery energy coming in here for you. And, you know, so it's like you really do have the energy to get things done this week. I would say here in this energy, probably by the weekend, you're probably going to want to, you know, kind of kick back and relax and do something, you know, just for you, or just live your best life kind of thing on the weekend. So I feel like here the first part of your week, at least up to about Thursday, is going to be where you're really productive and really getting things done. So don't give up. Okay. Just get something done, because that way, no procrastination this week. Okay. Why don't we just put it that way, right? You've got this burst of energy, and, you know, we don't want loose ends, right? You don't want anything hanging over your head for the weekend. So, I think that you're, very much kind of getting yourself in a good place where you've got that free time. But the Emperor can also be a person in your life as well. So sometimes it does come up as a father figure, right? So there might be something in the home, something with, you know, someone in a position of leadership authority, right? Usually like the head of a household. It doesn't have to be a father. So maybe you're dealing with some family this weekend, seeing some family. Maybe you're traveling to see some family. But the Emperor can also represent an advice card, right? So maybe there's someone around you that you're talking to, and they just have those little pearls of wisdom and those little bits of advice that can help you some way on your journey. But they are very wise. They're very successful. They've had their fair share of ups and downs. So if you're in a rut, if you're stuck, or if you're waiting to take something to the next level, they can actually hold the key to your success in some way. So I think here's some great energy coming in for you for the week. Your advice from Spirit, Four of Cups, keep your chin up. Okay, keep your chin up. There's excellent energy coming around. This might be a week where, you know, you can expect the unexpected, because the Four of Cups is where we're sometimes not quite feeling it. We're sometimes, you know, feeling like, you know, we've got a lot of things going on, but we're not really feeling content or happy or fulfilled, or there's something missing, right? Or there's something that we've been waiting for and we're about to give up. Okay. And with the Four of Cups here, this is Spirit saying, keep your options open. Okay. Keep an open mind, keep an open heart, look at things from all angles, all perspectives, very much like the Three of Wands. Okay. We don't want to fall back into being closed off, because there's some positive things coming in for you, right? We've got someone coming in through that door, handing you a gift. So even if there's something that you're waiting for and nothing really happens, nothing exciting this week, remember the Ace of Wands can be, number one, a surprise. Okay. So, you know, be open and be receptive, get ready to receive. But this can also be something where it's a big reminder here from the universe that there's something coming in for you. All right. But it may not necessarily be here yet. And in the meantime, just go about your day to day, do your work, and, you know, take care of the little details, Eight of Pentacles, and the big things will take care of themselves. So, but the Four of Cups can also show that maybe you do need a little bit more fun in your life, right? Because it is the energy where we're just not feeling it. We're not feeling connected. We're maybe feeling a little bit down, right? But there's an opportunity to turn that around and improve that. So maybe you just need to try something a little bit different, or you need to have a little bit more fun in your life. All right. That opportunity, that door is open for you. Blessings headed your way is the King of Wands. Beautiful energy here. This is all about you taking the lead, taking charge. You got a sense of purpose. You're taking your ideas and running with it. You're getting things done. The Kings have a sense of purpose. They have a clear sense of direction, and they use their energy, their wisdom, their skills, their knowledge to get those things done. So you could very much be upping your game this week, and you're feeling really good and really successful. So there could be someone here with the Emperor card, can be like, you know, your boss at work or in a new environment even, right? And you're waiting for some news from them, and you just might get it. Okay. Or you may have to wait till Monday, but I feel like there's something that's coming to fruition for you that you deserve, that you've worked hard for. Maybe you just get recognition from somebody for a job well done, and that just makes you feel good, right? Even if it doesn't necessarily bring you any more money, but it can set you up for the future. But the King of Wands can be just you grabbing the bull by the horns, taking action, and being successful this week. This can also be a person in your life. So maybe someone that you partner up with, someone you're talking to, and they can maybe give you some inspiration. Maybe you can even go and have a sense of adventure with this person, because they are fun to be around. They are exciting. They've got a lot of charisma. This could be a new person coming in, but it can also be someone that you know. And so maybe you're making plans to see some people. And this just really just brings you kind of all sorts of great vibes, all sorts of fun and excitement and joy in your world. But ultimately, we've got some great successes coming in here this week. A lot of fiery energy for you guys. So I feel that, you know, again, if you've been feeling a little bit down, Four of Cups, I think there's a revival of your energy this week, okay? And you're feeling a little bit more open, you're feeling more positive, and you're feeling very much at the top of the world, right? It might start out a little bit slow, okay? But, you know, grab onto some fresh energy, fresh vibes, and, you know, just kind of put that pep in your step, and I think you can do that. So we've got some very great energy there for you. Let's see what your final message is. Final message here for Capricorn. You could be dealing with fire sign people, by the way, right? Aries, Sag, Leo. They're always fun to be around. So let's get your final message out here. There it is. I enjoy the serendipity of life. The unexpected can be wonderful. There we go. Sums up your reading. All right. Great affirmation for you guys. I'm going to leave that there for you. I hope there was something here for you. If so, please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment in the box down below. I thank you for watching. We're going to move on to Aquarius. Hello there, Aquarius. Let's have a look and see what we've got coming in for you for their week ahead. Message for Aquarius, please. What do they need to know for their week ahead? Thank you very much. Imagine and envision. Oh, I love this card. Oh, there might be something that you're dreaming about. You might be having some daydreams or maybe some night dreams. Okay, this is all about you using your imagination, dreaming big, thinking big, believing that anything is possible. Okay, you might have some dreams that you want to put into motion. Some of you are having something come to fruition in your world this week. You've been dreaming about it, you've been fantasizing about it, and now is your opportunity to bring it into reality. Okay, this is about wishing big and planting those seeds as well. So really go within and contemplate things, right? Because really when we get this card, look at all this wonderful stuff, right? We've got this little cat familiar trying to catch everything, right? But we've got abundance here. We've got magic. We've got commitment. We've got, you know, luxury coming in, right? We've got, you know, love, and you name it, right? Anything is possible right now. So I feel like there's an opportunity, there's a window here for you to set your intentions, to think about what magic you want to bring into your life, what opportunities you want to bring into your life. And it's a great week for you to set some intentions. Now, we do have that full moon at the end of the week. And while, you know, full moons typically are about letting things go, about completions and things, right? So some of you could have something coming to fruition with this completing of a cycle. But I feel like some of you may feel really connected to the planetary energies this week, and you may feel really connected to this full moon in a very positive way. It is in Sagittarius, right? So some of you may have Sag rising in your chart, and that can be really positive for you. Some of you are just really feeling the good vibes with this moon energy. So depending on how you feel with the moon cycles and with the full moons, and especially, this may be a great time for you to harness the extra power and magic that comes with that full moon, harness that extra energy, and use this to really, really set those intentions and have that power punch to them. Not everyone can manifest at the full moon because it is a usually emotionally charged energy, but it really does have your spiritual senses heightened, right? So some people don't react to the full moon well. Ask any first responder. They typically know when a full moon is around, right? You know, you think it's, sometimes we think that, oh no, the moon doesn't affect us. Yeah, go talk to them. Yes, it does. So if you are one of those people where you get discombobulated with the full moon. I have a friend, she's a practicing witch, and she you know, she doesn't actually love the full moon. It really affects her in a crazy way. So I always joke with her that she you know, grabs some sage and some candles and she hides under her kitchen counter for 3 days. So but if you're like reacting like that and it just doesn't vibe well for you, or it makes you feel disassociated with things, right, then don't manifest at this moon. But if you're someone like me, who when the full moon comes out, you're like, yes, come to me, fill me with beautiful moonlight, right? If you're in that vibe, use that to your advantage, because I think there's really packing a power punch. But you might just need to use your imagination this week, looking out to the future, envisioning the results that you want to get. And when you're in that vibe, right, what are you doing? You are actually manifesting things in, and you are getting things done. You're creating things, and maybe you are tackling issues and problems and resolving things with a unique way that only you can do. There's your moon card right there. We've got the Two of Pentacles. And we've got the Five of Cups. So we do have some energy here where maybe you are bringing clarity to something, right? The Moon card can sometimes be where there's something that needs to be examined, something that needs to come to light, something that you can't quite put your finger on, because the Moon card can bring about the illusions of things. And when things are kind of illusion, or when things are kind of, I don't know what what this means, right? It requires a little bit more of a deep dive. Seven of Pentacles is at the bottom of the deck for you. So we're contemplating things, we're making a plan, we're thinking about things, right? We're imagining things, okay? And we're assessing our situation. In the Seven of Pentacles, very grounded, very down to earth, right? And very patient energy. When we have the Seven of Pentacles, this does bring in some practical energy, but sometimes this requires us to look at things from a different perspective, to assess the situation that we're dealing with, the world around us, a specific issue, and this sometimes requires taking an alternate approach. There might be an approach that is not necessarily how you've been doing things, and this can really take things to the next level. And this is where your imagination and your ability to really envision something wonderful or envision that positive outcome can really come into play. So you really got some magical energy around you with this. But the Seven of Pentacles can be something coming to fruition for you as well. Maybe something a little bit earlier than what you thought, or right on cue, right? So it can be, because it can be a time of harvest, right? But it's also a decision energy here as well. It's like, even though something may have blossomed in your life, you might still assess your situation. Think about your money, think about investments, that kind of thing. You know, really anything in your life, right? But we'll talk money just because it's Pentacles. And this can be where something has blossomed, okay, to a certain level, and now you're like, okay, do we let it ride, or do we cut our losses, or, you know, do we cut and run, right? Do we take our profit? Do we take our improvements there, and do we hit the road, right? Or do I, you know, kind of leave things the way they are, right? Or do I need to do something a little bit differently just to up the game a little bit? So you could be really assessing things in that way. But yes, you can have some very positive things that are coming to fruition for you. But yes, the Moon card brings in Pisces energy. It brings in this dreamy energy. It brings in your imagination, your creative juices are flowing this week, and you're maybe even contemplating things, right? So sometimes with the Moon, things aren't quite what they seem to be, okay? And so sometimes that requires a little bit of further examination. We need to shine a light. We need to gain some clarity. The Moon does represent your very heightened spiritual side. Your intuition is heightened. Your connection with the universe is very much heightened here. So use this energy to your advantage. A great week for you to meditate, maybe even to make those plans for setting some intentions, again, depending on how you deal with the Moon energy. Okay, so you could have a little bit of mystery and magic around you this week. The Moon can sometimes reveal things, right? It can sometimes just really be that reminder of our connection with a higher power, with the universe, with the sun, the moon, the stars, and all of our planets, right? And so maybe you are expanding your mind a little bit here in this energy, but it can bring surprises, right? It can bring something out of the woodwork. The Moon card, yes, can be about completion of cycle, can help us heal. We do have the Five of Cups here, so perhaps this is something where you're really setting those intentions with the full moon, and instead of maybe manifesting something in, some of you here might be embracing the healing energy and letting something go, right? So you can process something in a good way. You can release something that's been bothering you, release those blocks, those obstacles, cut those negative energy cords that we do attach to along our daily lives. And this is where you can turn things around and feel a lot more positive in your world, right? So we do have a healing element that may come in here. So the Moon is, I feel, very much your ally this week, right? And the Moon is always your ally, but whenever we have things kind of moving and shaking and whatever, it's usually because of the Moon, because it is that planet that, you know, does tend to, it goes through a cycle every 28 days or so, right? So this can be an end of a challenging cycle, bringing in some wonderful new beginnings. But yeah, that Moon is really your friend this weekend, but it may dredge some feelings and emotions up from the surface, or up from beneath the surface, right? Like that Five of Cups, right? So there might be something here that you do need to address, something that you'd forgotten about, or something that you've pushed to the wayside, or maybe like pushed down, and this may come to the surface for you. Five of Cups can sometimes indicate here with the moon cycles, because it's the end of your week, week. With that moon cycles, just be aware of your emotions, right? Because it can be a very emotional time for some of you. And if you're not feeling in touch with your emotions in a wonderfully positive way, right, then this is a time for you to embrace the letting go, to cleanse, to purge, and to use that moon energy to rejuvenate yourself in some way, all right? But we do have the Two of Pentacles, so some of you are making some decisions this week, right? You're imagining the possibilities. When we have the Two of Pentacles, it's a reminder of our infinite potential, right? We've got the infinity symbol up here, okay? But it also reminds us to be open and flexible and adaptable and think of the possibilities. So this can really help you to make some decisions in your world this week. But the Two of Pentacles is also a reminder about finding balance, right? So sometimes in order to find balance in our lives, we do need to say no, even if there's something that kind of causes us a little bit of emotional turmoil there, right? Because sometimes it is hard to say no. You're helpful people, right? You, even if you're busy and tied down and all these things, right, you still have this urge quite often to help others, right? And what does that do? It really does impact you, your energy, your time. So I feel like for some of you here, you might be really making a conscious effort to find space and time for yourself, to get things really aligning for you, to really find that better balance in your life. And you might be shining a light on that, right? Why don't I have balance in my life? Why am I always tired? You know, how come I never have time for myself? That kind of thing. And you're a sign where, yes, you're helpful and you do get yourself out there, but you do need your quiet space as well. You need to recharge your batteries. So this can be where you are trying to find, you know, figure out where that balance is. Where is that pivotal point, right? And we're on a seesaw here, but look, she's balanced. Okay, so where is that little, imagine yourself on a teeter-totter. We all did it when we were kids, right? And you're like, hey, look, I can balance, right? So where do you need that in your life? What do you need to just shift a little bit, just by an inch, right? Where do you need to just find that, you know, that special point? And I think you'll find that. But the Two of Pentacles does represent being open, adaptable, and flexible, and that may be the key for your success this week. But we do have the Five of Cups, right? So there is something here that may not go your way. Okay, but remember, you have the ability to assess your situation, assess what hasn't gone well, okay, or assess what's causing you some grief, and then turn it around. Process your emotions, right? And then remember to turn things around and look at the bright side, look at the positive things. So there might be something that does derail you a little bit this week, but again, I think that here in this energy, you have the ability here to resolve issues and to turn things back around for the positive. All right. But yeah, the Five of Cups landing at the end of your week, there could be some, you know, just some moon energy that's kind of making you feel a little bit challenged in that. Okay. But it's a great time to let things go, to wrap things up, and then to look at the bright side and look at your future. All right. But yes, there might be something that does disappoint you there, okay, but I think that it might not be a bad thing, right? Because I think that it will maybe give you the opportunity to have a little bit of a fresh start, okay? Sometimes a no, Five of Cups can quite often be a no. Sometimes rejection or saying no to something or having something canceled, even though it does cause us some grief, it can actually be really positive for us. So imagine if you've got some plans for Saturday or for the weekend, someone might call and cancel. And then, but you know what, when you look at, and you might be kind of, you know, a little bit down about that, but then you know what, it can actually turn out to be something really positive, because maybe that's what gives you, some time. Just, you know, you're like, you know what, my plans got canceled, but I'm not going to let it keep me down for the whole weekend. I'm going to use this extra time to my advantage. So maybe this is where you have some time to do some manifestation rituals and things like that. So we have the Knight of Swords is your advice from Spirit, and get cracking. It's all about communication and having clarity, you know, really being purposeful with your intentions or with what you're doing. So the Knight of Swords says, yep, I've got an idea. I've got something that I want to get done, and this is you making a decision and getting things done, right? Moving forward in a healthy way. So the Knight of Swords, with your advice from Spirit, says here to take some sort of action, okay, or use that sword to cut things off or to set those intentions. Communication is the key for you in the week ahead, internal and external in all ways, okay? The Knight of Swords can quite often be that very action-oriented energy, but it can bring us some truth. It can bring us some clarity as well, maybe something really quick. Spirit's giving some of you a heads up that there's something happening really quickly for you this weekend or this week, and you might need to make some decisions, right? Quick decisions though. So things that maybe you can't quite sleep on it, okay, but you certainly need to remember to take a step back and assess the situation, because the Knight of Swords can sometimes bring out an energy of being impulsive. Okay, and even though it is on the upright, okay, sometimes, you know, we feel a little bit of pressure, we feel the need to take quick action on things, and while that is great because you have the ability to make quick decisions and things, but if it's something big or something to do with your money, I think you're being reminded here to take a step back, make sure you're looking at all of the potentials, make sure you're asking questions, right? Communication is the key. Okay, ask the right questions, all of that kind of stuff before making a rash decision or something, right? Because making rash decisions with money and things doesn't always go well, right? So just make sure you've got all the information that you need. But I think Spirit's giving some of you a heads up here with the Knight of Swords that you've got some good news coming in. Oh, excellent. And as I pull over, your blessings is your 8 of Wands. So some really positive communication could be coming in here for you guys this week. The 8 of Wands is quite often associated with manifestations. So this can either be incoming news coming in for you, that can be really positive, okay, or this can be the reminder that where you set your intentions, when you set those daggers of thoughts and intentions out into the universe, they're hitting their mark, right? And so trust that your intentions, that your messages are heard. Okay, but the 8 of Wands can be a very busy energy here as well, and a lot of excitement in the air, a buzz in the air, a lot of action this week for you, and this does pay off, right, for you. So you're getting things done, you're productive, you know, even if you've got a lot on the go, right, you have the ability there to figure out how to get everything done, right? But yes, the 8 of Wands can also be about travel or moving forward, right? So maybe you have some travel plans that you're making, okay, or you're just really using your imagination with the 8 of Wands. But yes, there could be some good news headed your way as well, something that's really exciting, something that's maybe even a little bit unexpected, all right? But the 8s, thank you, the 8s do represent that infinity symbol right up there, believing in yourself, believing that anything is possible. And the 8s can also bring in that flexibility and adaptability as well for you. So that can be another reminder, right? Be open to doing things in a different order than what you thought. And, you know, for some of you, keep some options open. That could be your key to success this week. So some very exciting energy there with that 8 of Wands. 8 of Wands is usually a really good positive energy anyway, right? Even though it is busy and sometimes it's like a whirlwind a little bit. But in your blessings position, this can be something really quite magical. So here's one of your final messages. And we have, I explore my wilderness and dance in pleasure. Okay, so take fun, take pleasure out of things, right? Explore your options, okay? And I think have a little bit of fun, by the way, here is also that message. There is your final card. Every day I bring radical self-love to my mind, body, and spirit. Okay, and again, I think that if you do have something that gets canceled or anything like that this week, I think this can be really positive for you, because this frees up some time for yourself to maybe do something nice for yourself or to meditate, right? Great week for you for meditation or engaging in spiritual practice. All right, and it can really pay off for you. It can help heal, help you grow, help you move forward. But it can also help you embrace a little bit of mystery and magic of the universe. So I'm going to leave that there for you folks. I hope there was something here for you. If so, please like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. Any and all of that activity, even a little bit with that like button there from you, helps the video get seen. But most importantly, it does help me know that you resonate with the reading, and that's super duper important for me. That's the most important of all. So I thank you guys for watching. Have a fantastic week, and we're moving on to Pisces. Hello there, Pisces. Let's have a look and see what we've got for you in your week ahead. Message for Pisces, please. Message for Pisces. Thank you very much. And we have give love. So someone may need your help this week, all right? Someone who you care about, or someone who you're just associated with. It can be a friend, a family member, a coworker. Love is the highest vibration of all, and you might just be that little helping hand that someone needs this week. You've got a lot of love flowing to you and through you, and you've got that love to give. So this can be showing someone a gesture of friendship, kindness, compassion. Sometimes when we show someone compassion, it can really just be what they needed that very day. You might not even realize it. Right? We don't know what goes on in people's private lives. We don't know what goes on behind the scenes, and we don't know what someone is maybe dealing with that day. So this is that reminder to be kind and compassionate in all things this week. But yes, you may have somebody that needs your help, or maybe you're expressing your feelings for someone this week. There might be some actual love and romance in the week ahead, but this is about giving of yourself without expecting anything in return. So it's a very wonderful, very loving, very high vibe energy for you. And remember, whatever you do put out there does flow back to you, but that's not why we do it, right? That's not why we're nice to people. It's not to get something back, but ultimately you do get something back, right? You know, imagine if you do something nice, or you say thank you to somebody, or you stand up for somebody, right? Maybe you advocate for somebody, and that can be a form of love and kindness, right? Maybe you're in a grocery store and you're standing in that lineup, and you know, the poor cashier sitting there at 17 years old making minimum wage is, you know, getting the grills by some angry customer who got their nose out of joint for some stupid little thing. Maybe you are in that position where you're like, hey, buddy, right? No. This person just works here. They're not in charge of this, that, and the other, right? Be nice. You know, or however you want to say that, right? But you might just find yourself being in a position this week at some point where you might actually help somebody in, you know, some sort of way. Maybe you do stand up for them, and that can really make their day. Maybe it even restores their faith in humanity. We've got the 9 of Pentacles, 3 of Swords, and the King of Swords. Hey, there's that very, very firm, very decisive communication there with the King of Swords. But we start out pretty good with your week here. We do have the 9 of Pentacles coming out. We've got that 3 of Swords, so you might be healing from something. Maybe you're taking some time and space to yourself here, and, you know, by the end of the week, you're feeling pretty good. The bottom of the deck, we do have the Moon card there for you. Some of you might be dealing with an Aquarian this week, because they also had the Moon card. Granted, theirs was in the main body of their reading. So you might actually have, I mean, the influence of the Moon, right? It's your card. So you might be feeling like your intuition is heightened this week. It's a great week for you to engage in some meditative practices and maybe even this healing energy, right? We do have the 3 of Swords, which can represent disappointment and heartbreak and sadness and things like that. But when we have the 3 of Swords, quite often there's something challenging that happens, but it actually helps us see a better way forward, right? We don't always recognize that when we're right in that energy. So I feel like here, the 3 of Swords, there might be something that you're working through, something that you already know about. And, you know, this is where you might open yourself up to love and romance or friendship, right? Maybe someone is giving you some love and some help along the way. But sometimes when we're hurting, Sometimes when we're hurting, we recognize hurt in other people as well, right? And, you know, because we're a little bit more aware of things around. So again, there might be something you're using here from your past hurts or your current ones where you might actually recognize that in another person, and that can like kind of, hey, you know, do you need some help, right? So you may be using some wisdom this week with that. But the moon card can bring about healing because it can be releasing, letting go, but there may be some emotions that do come up. And this is about the middle of your week here with the Three of Swords. So with the full moons, we usually do start feeling this full moon energy a few days before the full moon, before that, you know, the big show, right? And then we feel it for a few days after. So it could start about midweek. You might be starting to feel some moon energy, and this is like, ugh. So sometimes some people really do embrace the moon and love the moon energy and revel in it. And they're just like, oh my gosh, I'm in all my glory. And other people, it can dredge things up, right? So, it might just be you feeling like, oh man, you might sit there in the middle of the week and forget that we have a full moon at the end of the week. And you might sit there in the middle of the week going, why is everyone being so ornery? Why is everyone acting all loopy? Why am I feeling kind of icky? And then you're like, moon, right? So you might have that going on, but other people really enjoy the moon energy, right? And really embrace it. So I feel like here that there might be some underlying issues going on, and these are coming to the surface this week. Okay, again, it might be a little bit of mystery in the air here as well, but your intuition and your spiritual senses are very much on point. When we have the moon card, right, this can be you just believing in yourself. It's an underlying energy. And this can be you just believing in yourself, right? Because it is your card. So you could be focused on you this week. Maybe you're trying to free up some space for yourself, or you are muddling through some energies in your subconscious, right? Your emotions, and trying to sort things out for yourself there. But the moon can bring about healing. It can bring about closure and completion to things. And it can also bring sometimes surprises, but it also does bring some creative energy as well. So we got a whole lot going on for you guys this week. But we do have the Nine of Pentacles, and this is about being confident in yourself and believing in yourself and feeling successful, feeling that all is right with the world. You've seen something through to completion, and now you're enjoying life. The Nine of Pentacles brings abundance and success into your world, but it's a personal one, right? It's something you, right? So maybe you are reflecting on things. Maybe you are feeling more confident, or maybe you're just feeling like, okay, it's time to wrap something up. We need some closure, right? We're seeing something through to completion so that you can feel good. When we get the Nine of Pentacles, this is about taming your anxieties and fears, right? And you're just feeling very much at the top of your game. But when we have the Nine of Pentacles, we also engage in a little bit of self-indulgence on some level, right? We can practice self-love and self-care, but we quite often treat ourselves to something in this energy. And when we see our lovely, happy little witch there, what's she doing? She's sitting under her tree of abundance, right? Filled with all kinds of wonderful things that she's created. Okay, she's relaxed, she's reading a book, she's taken her hat off, right? She's drinking some wine, having some cheese or chocolate or whatever that happens to be. And she's just doing something nice for herself. It doesn't have to cost any money. Maybe you just find some time, free time for yourself there. Okay, but you might actually treat yourself to something indulgent. And we have to do that once in a while. So you could just be treating yourself very well. We've got the Three of Swords. We already touched on it. So there might be something here that does bring you some grief in the week ahead. Perhaps you are purging, right, some old energies. In this particular deck, in this one, we've got a journal and we're writing things down, and we've got a box of chocolates here in the shape of a heart with 3 swords in it, right? But it's like sometimes we need to process some things. So sometimes you might need to in this energy, you might be writing in your journal, right? If you do journal things with the moon cycles, some people are really good at journaling and some people not so much. But you could be getting things down on paper. You're preparing to burn things to ashes with the full moon. We all have different full moon rituals, right? And sometimes You know, sometimes we can burn something away, right? And it's like, boom, it's gone. I've given it up. It's burned up in smoke and it's gone to the universe. It can't hurt me anymore, right? And it can be a really important opportunity for you to recognize what you need to cleanse and purge. So you might be writing that down, getting it off your chest, and you're preparing to let it go. But the Three of Swords, be a little bit cautious with communication because it may just be in the middle of the week or so. This is when people's energies are starting to feel this moon cycle, and you know, it can be challenging communication. It can be, you know, people taking things too far, that kind of thing. And it's something that kind of does sting a little bit here, right? So something just may not go your way, all right? Or it might just be dealing with people around you. So just be a little bit aware of that energy, whether we're cleansing and purging, you know, or whether it's something, a new issue, right? So by about the middle of the week or so, you could experience a little bit of a challenge in your energy there, okay? And let's face it, Three of Swords, right? It's like someone stabbed you in the heart kind of thing. And, you know, it will pass, right? It's a temporary energy. It will pass and we can overcome it, right? But sometimes we just have to deal with the sting of something there. But we do have the King of Swords. This is wonderful energy. So you could have communication back on track. You might have a very important conversation with somebody in your world, right? So be on the lookout for that. Maybe you're seeking out someone's advice or guidance and support in some way. Okay, you might be meeting new people, all right? Or you're resolving some issues with a person in your life. It may be something from the past that you're just cleansing and purging, but you might be resolving some issues with somebody in your world right here, right now, right? The Three of Swords. Maybe you have an argument with a spouse or a coworker or something, right? But you resolve those things, resolve those issues, and get things back on track. But the King of Swords always has clarity and a sense of purpose. So maybe you're figuring something out, right? And you're figuring out a plan, or you are really listening to your inner wisdom. You're gaining clarity and insight on things, right? But you might be making some important decisions there with that energy as well. But the King of Swords is very wise and also very clear with communication. So if you are writing in your journal, right, the King of Swords is a great energy to have, right? So maybe you just want to get things down on paper. King of Swords is a great person to talk to. So maybe you are feeling a little bit more positive about communication, but of course, with the connection with the moon, very insightful, you know, very intuitive, right? Connected with mind. You might be dealing with an air sign, but I feel that this is really more about you, okay? Shining a light on things, getting clear about things. Maybe you really do have an important conversation that you have with somebody that's having a bad day or a bad week. So maybe you do give a little bit of love and help and support to a friend or someone in your world this week, right? That little random act of kindness, perhaps, whether it's someone that you know or someone you don't know, and you could really make someone's day in that energy. But with the King of Swords at the end of your week, be really clear with the moon, right? What do you want to cleanse and purge, or are you in manifestation mode? Whatever it is, feel like your intentions, your words really do hit their mark. All right, so write things down and set those really positive intentions. We've got the Emperor coming in here for you as Aries energy, but the Emperor is your advice from Spirit. Seek advice. Very much an advice card. So Spirit says for some of you here, there may be someone around where you might need their help, their guidance. You might be doing some research. The King of Swords can be connected with technology, right? Doing research online, gathering some more information, that kind of thing. And strategy is the key, right? Information is the key to success sometimes. And so with the Emperor, you could be seeking out some advice from somebody, okay? Or you can be discovering your path forward and you're feeling very solid and very secure. Spirit says here in this energy with the Emperor card to remember to ground and protect your energy, especially around the full moon. It's just going to be important for you so that you're not feeling swept away and carried away, right? Just very important to do that. Okay. It's great to have your head in the clouds, right? Great to have that connection with spirit, but we do need to stay grounded at the same time. Okay. But I think the Emperor can really highlight that there might be, number one, you're having a very successful week, right? Even though there might be a little bit of a down patch, ultimately you're on the top of you're at the top of your game, and spirit wants to remind you of that, especially in those times when you're maybe feeling not quite that way. Okay. But you've got it in the bag, a strategy pays off, okay, or you have the ability here to resolve issues and get things on track to where you want them to be. But the Emperor, yes, can be spirit saying that, hey, you might not know everything that you need to know, or there might be some underlying issues. This is about you taking the lead, taking charge, taking control, and being really good at it. But this is also an opportunity to seek out some advice and wisdom from somebody who perhaps may be more knowledgeable or experienced in a certain area than you might happen to be. Blessings headed your way. The Page of Swords. Hey, that's awesome. So some of you, very much communication is the key for you this week. Some of you might have some really good news coming in. Very exciting with the Page of Swords. Something that makes you like kind of maybe giggle like a schoolgirl. Okay, but the Page of Swords can be you discovering something, right? Turning over a new leaf, finding a better way, using these swords to cut out negative energies to move forward better. But the Page of Swords is very excited, very open energy, very much tied to technology, and also knowledge. So the Page of Swords has an open mind, is willing to learn new things, try new things, take things, do different approaches at things, but it is also very communicative in a positive way. You might be finding new ways to communicate. You might be speaking up for yourself or for somebody, right? You might be very helpful in this energy here as well. Okay, so it's a great energy of having an open mind, and be aware, be open, and just know that there might be some form of communication that comes in. And this can actually help move you forward. So it can be some good news headed your way, especially with the Emperor and the Nine of Pentacles and the King of Swords coming in. Really good news. Okay. Really positive communication. Maybe it's something that you've been waiting for. Okay. But this can also represent things like emails, text messages, even the written word, right? All of this thing, communication is very important for you this week. And maybe you're finding new ways to communicate with people. You might also be expanding your social networks here as well. Okay. Especially online. And you might just discover new people to connect with, right? People who understand you, they dig your vibe. You might also be uncovering new pieces of information because you're curious, right? The Page of Swords is a very curious energy, and yes, they do say that curiosity killed the cat, but curiosity also is an expansive energy where you're open and receptive to the wonders and the mysteries and the magic of the universe and things that are out there. So you might just be discovering some new information. All right. But yes, you could be meeting new people, or you could be getting some very interesting news out there. But with the Page of Swords and the King of Swords here with that Three of Swords, right? Maybe some journaling or some writing down things that you want to release out of your life may actually really be good for you this week with the moon energy. Write some things down and maybe burn it into the universe. You know, something where you're writing your intentions down as well in your journal, and you set it and you forget it. Okay, so whether you're cleansing, purging, or attracting things in, your communication skills are very much on point for you. So this can really help you. All right. I think the moon is always your ally here, Pisces, but the moon can sometimes make us a little bit uncomfortable, or it can really highlight things in our life where we do need to focus, or we do need to gain a little bit more clarity or ask them questions, right? So sometimes it can really highlight key things for us in our world. So here's one of your last messages, and we have, I am honest with myself and others. Okay, very important, and it's a nice affirmation, but we do have the King of Swords and the Page of Swords, both in the upright, honest, clear, truthful communication, right? Truth and honesty will always set you free. Okay, and maybe someone wants to clear the air with you in some way here as well, because unfortunately sometimes the moon card can bring people back into your world here as well, but I feel like it's just for a purpose. I don't feel like it's for forever necessarily, but you could be healing a relationship this week as well. There's your final message. I flow towards my goal. I am strongly protected as I go. Okay, your goals are within reach. Stay in the flow, but remember, ground and protect your energy, right? You're protected and guided anyway at all times, but we do need to take that little extra step sometimes before engaging in spiritual practice. So I'm going to leave all that there for you, Pisces. I hope there was something here that resonated with you on some level. If so, please like, share, subscribe, throw a comment in the box down below. Any or all of that activity, even just hitting that like button, really does, number one, let me know that you resonate with the reading, but it also helps the video get seen out in the very merry land of YouTube, and it makes the YouTube algorithm our friend, so that way more people see the video. So I thank you guys. I hope you have a wonderful, magical week, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.